welcome to a live Shaw Sports presentation.
Come on, bring it on!
Welcome to the Alberni Valley Multiplex. My name is Rituro. Thank you for joining us tonight for Island Rivals BCHL Hockey. It's the finale on Shaw TV tonight, and we've got a great one for you. The Powell River Kings and the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. It's a tale of two teams tonight. Alberni, no matter what happens tonight, they'll be locked in to that number 4 seed in the Island Division, but for the Powell River Kings, a different story. A chance to leapfrog not one, but 2 teams if they can get 2 wins in this 2-game set over 2 days. There's the standings for you right now. The Nanaimo Clippers and Victoria Grizzlies on top with 70 points. But with 2 games in hand on Nanaimo and 1 on Victoria, the Powell River Kings on 68 could jump into that number 1 seed. Alberni, like I said, locked in to the number 4 seed. Nothing about that is going to change tonight. But they will want to try and get a little bit of pride. As you've heard, this is Island Rivals, and the Island rivalry between these 2 teams is not as far apart as you might think, despite them being in potentially 1st and 4th. Only 2 games separate them on the Island Series. The Kings have 4. The Bulldogs have 2, and you can see there are their 2 wins. 3-2 on December 31st and 4-3 on February 2nd. Since then, though, back-to-back 4-1 wins for the Kings. They have had a dominant end to this season, and they are looking to extend it this weekend. Still, with a pair of wins, the Bulldogs could even up the season series at 4 games apiece. Now, who could make that happen? Well, to help me find that out and to go over our big players to watch tonight is the second member of tonight's broadcast team. On the call tonight from 106.9 The Wolf, the voice of the Nanaimo Clippers, the main man, Dan Marshall. Dan, how's it going tonight?
Very well, thank you so much. This hockey game features a couple of interesting stories when it comes to players to watch for. Ben Berard is the top man for the Powell River Kings, 4th overall in league scoring with 67 points. Heading into last night, he had back-to-back 2-goal games, but held off the score sheet against the Cowichan Valley Capitals, an NCAA committed player as well to Cornell University. He is going to be certainly a man to watch for at the top of the depth chart when it comes to the Powell River Kings. On the other side of it, it's going to be Keaton Mastrodonato. And how about this? For a player born in the year 2000, a rookie leading the Bulldogs in scoring. He's got 40 points so far this season. Already an NCAA-committed college player as he's going to be going to Canisius College. 2 players to watch for. And by the way, of those 6 games so far in the season series, 3 have gone to overtime. Now here's tonight's national anthem. The starting goaltenders for this contest for the Powell River Kings in a pressure cooker game. They go with an affiliate goaltender. Alex Rolfe plays in the BC Major Midget League for Fraser Valley, but a 3-0 record as a member of the Powell River Kings. But of course, with standing so key, he'll be in a pressure cooker. Nothing new for John Hawthorne. He's been in a lot of pressure cooker games this year. 14, 24, and 2. Save percentage, you see it there, .902. He came in supposedly as the backup this year, but he assumed number 1 duties, and he's played a lot of minutes for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs heading into this hockey game here today. Back-to-back games between these two teams to wrap up the BCHL's regular season. The Bulldogs will be fourth. The Powell River Kings could be first, second, or third. And the Kings control off the opening draw on their own territory. Carter Turnbull, a Nanaimo native. Feeds for Obstuth coming through center, dumping inside the Bulldog end. Bulldogs in red, Powell River Kings in white. Sammy Farron for the Bulldogs. Snaps a puck off the glass in behind Stevens and down the ice. And there's an early icing call to start this hockey game.
Like you said, it's going to be a major pressure cooker for this affiliate goaltender. What a thrill that must be to find out that you have a chance to put your team in the first overall seed, get that nice fourth seed berth. No disrespect to the Bulldogs, but you always want that fourth seed going into the playoffs. What a test for him. And
the potential of 9 consecutive hockey games between Alberni Valley and Powell River. That does still exist, but so many permutations in the Island Division playoffs.
Wouldn't this be nice to have a preview of a playoff right in front of us?
Evans at the Bulldog line, tried to play the puck in. Obstuth will take it over. Obstuth dumping towards the line. Orban with a clearance for the Bulldogs. To set up on the forecheck, and Polisiani touches up, but in an offside position. Cole Polisiani, a one-time Chilliwack Chief, and he's become a go-to guy as he's in his final season. This is his final regular season game as a member of the BC Hockey League. Started in Chilliwack, ends in Alberni Valley, and this is the final regular season game for all of those 97-born players.
Looking at the ages over the break here, Dan, you can see that there's a big gap in ages as well. Much younger team coming in here for the Bulldogs, but that's great because now they have all this future to build for.
We'll talk about Matt Hughes and his program that he's putting together as well as this night goes along. Nominee for BCHL Coach of the Year. As the puck comes towards the Bulldog bench, Doucette moves it forward. Part of the future. Probably affiliate Tritt, who's wearing number 27 and moving towards the goal as there's a backhander on Rolfe. He made the save. Doucette after the rebound. It's loose on a Gomo scramble. Rolfe has no idea where the puck is, and there's a dog pile of Bulldogs and Kings right in front of that Powell River net.
What an early test for Rolfe. Nothing really says welcome to the game, kid, like getting a dog pile of 3 Bulldogs on your face trying to jam home a loose puck. Nothing doing, though. As you can see here on the replay, Rolfe does very well to stand his ground. Gets a massive bit of help there. His D standing solid right in front of him. Does he get maybe a lucky whistle there? I don't know, but he does well. He's completely turned around, but as long as you know where that puck is, I guess, and as long as it's staying out of the back of the net, that's all that matters.
And how about the youngster Dawson Tritt? The AP getting right to the goal mouth and causing havoc. That's exactly what you want to do as a young player, hoping to maybe crack a BCHL roster next year and maybe even this one in Port Alberni. Valent at his own blue line for the Bulldogs in this scoreless game. Plays the puck towards the net. Rolfe whips it out himself, and Mitchell Oliver takes over. Top scoring defenseman for the Bulldogs to Valent. And back to Oliver, wearing the C and wearing number 4. Comes to center. A pass goes off Van Uden. Bouncing puck at the line, and a transition opportunity for Koblenz inside the Bulldog end. Castagna going to it. Stephen Castagna, another AP for the Bulldogs, wearing number 11 as the battle continues on the wall. Koblenz is in there trying to drag the puck free. The scrum for possession continues, and Van Uden will come to center for the Bulldogs. A pass on the right. Castagna tried to make it through with the feet, didn't quite work out. Kings will transition. Koblenz, left side pass. Abbott barging through. Some big time body contact there as the puck's in behind the Alberni net. Patton will take over with a pass on the right side. Paul Selleck over the red line. Deals inside Powell River territory. Raffler chasing back beside his goal. Selleck in after him as the puck goes into the corner. Delayed penalty call coming. And the first call of the game will go against the home team, the Bulldogs. Berard plays across ice. Opportunity for Thomas to move in left wing. He was tripped up. Could there be a second call? We'll see how the officials signal this. 2:29 into the game. No score yet. It's interference against the Bulldogs.
This was on the opening rush into the zone there. There was a nice little pick play except for the part where you can't do that. That's where an interference call was made for, Dan. But it's good to see Alberni going really hard to the net in the few opening seconds here of the game. Only problem is a little bit of cross wires, and we end up with an interference call. I do want to give a special shout out though to Spencer Horror for Alberni. Excellent work, the big man stopping the Powell River rush, and then nice crisp pass out of his own to start the break. Hopefully see a few more of those as the game goes on.
Newly acquired Spencer Horror wearing number 3. Kings setting up on their man advantage. It's 9th in the BCHL. Stevens at the line. Across to Evans. Evans ranging to his right. Throws it to the circle. Ben Berard. Back to Evans and now Berard again. Moving towards the front. Cross-ice pass. Turnbull wrist shot. Stopped by Hawthorne. Rebound is loose to the side. Big Szymanski to Turnbull. Left wing half wall. Carter Turnbull. Down low pass for Evans. Evans beside the net, try to jam play. Rizzolo and Hawthorne will block that. Lots of control early on this Kings man advantage.
Excellent control. They're still looking for that critical pass through, though, Dan. You saw a lot of them try and go around the outside, but no real way to put a solid shot on Hawthorne's net there. They're going to need to try and find a little more space. I'd like to see a little bit more patience maybe at the blue line. Try and find a way to crack through that defensive shell.
The Bulldogs on the penalty kill, 11th in the BCHL, as the puck rolls inside the Powell River end. Carmine Buono going back to it in his final regular season game in the BCHL. Now forward Obsu. Over the Alberni line, but the play is whistled down and an offside. Ethan Kimball in a shade early, and the timing just a little bit off. Still 1:12 of penalty time remaining on this Powell River power play.
Obsuth, one of the 97s on Powell River. Big 6'2" boy out of Morristown, New Jersey. Big part of this season for Powell River. Big part of this power play hopefully tonight.
A net front presence kind of guy, if they can get him in that spot, as the long shot was easily turned aside by Alex Rolfe. Kings trying to move the power play out. Kimball has to wheel back though. Under a minute to go in the Powell River man advantage. Buono at his own line, ranging to center. Inside the Alberni Valley blue line, Kimball for Obsu. Settles the puck on the right side. Obsu is making moves, dumps the puck into the corner. Kimball onto it from there. Kimball for Obsu. Obsu walking up the wall. To the point to Kelly. Kelly goes across to Buono. Buono to Kelly. Kelly waiting. Spin move. Plays it off Obsu. Back towards Kelly, but Selleck with a nice steal. Out he comes short-handed. Maybe 2-on-1 with Ong. Selleck over the line. Moving in for Ong. In tight with a backhander that was kept out on the short side by Rolfe. And the Kings transition up the ice. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Thomas. Over the Alberni line, Thomas drag move, cutting right in, stiff angle, swept the puck in front. Then there's a shot hit the side of the net from Ben Berard. An opportunity for Rizzolo to try and clear against Evans. He can't. Farron will attempt it now. Puck rolls right in towards Master Donato. He didn't see it. Rizzolo reaching for it, but a good pinch by Carter Turnbull. Power play is over, and we're still in a scoreless tie. The Bulldogs coming in. Jackson Doucette cross-ice pass. Master Donato driving forward. Beats Master Donato. 1-0 Bulldogs.
Well, when you've got a hot rookie on your team and he's leading you in scoring, you give him the puck. A 3-on-1 off that clear out, catching Powell River on the line change. Alberni makes them pay. And you can't do much better than this than go in, find the streaking Master Donato. He's got so many options. Says, nope, I got this. There's point 41. Thank you very much. Ding. 1-0 for the Bulldogs early.
Sometimes when you're playing against a right-handed goaltender, that would normally be the stick side. And you think, maybe I don't challenge the glove. Well, Master Donato, he challenged the glove, and he won the battle there big time, and now a slashing call is coming up. But what a big penalty kill can do for you is give you that momentum. The Bulldogs got the momentum, scored the goal, and now Jack Long's heading to the penalty box.
Excellent job here by the Bulldogs. Now, if they can get a power play goal here, 2 goals early from penalty kills straight to 3-on-1, straight to power play, they got a chance to really put a marker down, put a statement on this game saying we want to equalize this Island series. We want to make tomorrow's game even sweeter, get that 4-4 draw in the Island series.
Puck rolls around to the wall to Van Newton as the Bulldogs set up their power play. Kings get a chance to move on it. Now Kimball makes a move, sends the puck to the line, but Oliver with a keep in. Oliver ranging to the right, walking in. Oliver stiff angle, put a wrist shot to the front. That's knocked loose. Kelly tried to clear it, just did get it by Van Newton and down the ice. The Kings 12th overall when it comes to penalty killing percentage. 1-0 Bulldogs. Keaton Master Donato with a bullet from the right side right after a Bulldog penalty kill. Short-handed Koblenz is inside the Alberni Valley end. Looks across ice with a pass, a chance in tight. Hawthorne had to make a good save on Johnny Evans. Just a floated puck through, and Evans almost made it work. Bulldogs to center, Van Newton. Inside the Powell River line, and Koblenz did well to pick his pass off. Long feed, Evans will take it. Ragging the puck at center, drops it into his own end. And Carmine Buono knows he's got lots of room and time. Winds up and drives the puck all the way deep behind Hawthorne. Hawthorne will touch it up. Mitchell Oliver waits behind the net. 48 seconds of power play time remaining with Jack Long off the ice. Orban approaching center. Lost control, and once again the Kings will have an opportunity to shoot this down. Buono does it again. Out of his net goes Hawthorne to play it. Setting up one-time Vernon Viper. Darren Rizzolo, and play is going to be whistled down here. 13:41 to go in the first period. 1-0 Alberni Valley.
Yeah, we talked about having a really good swing of momentum here if Alberni could get a good power play. It has been anything but a good power play. They're having so much trouble, just forget gaining the zone, keeping the zone. Carmine Buono doing really good for the penalty kills here to keep everything in check for Powell River.
Bulldogs win a defensive zone draw. Moving out now, Jackson Doucette, the guy that made the play to Mastrodonato on the game's first goal. And here comes Keaton Mastrodonato. Right side over the line, a wrist shot, he blazed that one high. Similar shooting angle to where he scored his goal. Rizzolo at the line. Dumps the puck down deep. Orban in back of the net. Orban for the Bulldogs with Selleck. They're trying to advance out front, but nice work by Kelly, and he's going to lead Powell River forward. He has a man on his right, that's Obsooth, and Obsooth takes the pass. Wrist shot wide, glove side. On the ricochet, a transition opportunity for Orban. Power plays over. Orban over the line, deep into the right corner. Advancing in behind the net, left the puck there. Doucette will take it. Doucette tried to send that back at the line for Rizzolo, but here's a break for Szymanski. Left side over the line, Szymanski to Obsooth. Wrist shot and a glove save by John Hawthorne. There's his best of the game.
Excellent work by Hawthorne. Reads that play well, commits to the pass, and guesses correctly. Well run play though by the team. Excellent poke check at center ice. Don't quite see it here, but it's the 2-on-1 is clinical. You give it to the trailer with all that space. Obsooth is just not able to find the top corner. Hawthorne does very well to feed him to it.
He got that shot away very quickly, and John Hawthorne had it well scouted. Excellent glove save with the left hand. Keeps the game 1-0 for Alberni Valley. The early goal at 4:42 by Keaton Mastrodonato. Cora back deep in his own territory with Patton. Ong now controlling for Alberni. Moves the puck forward. Bulldogs get the puck out to center. Benner trying to move it forward, but it's taken over by the Kings. Raffler back into his own end. Approaching center. Lost possession. A centering feed goes way high into the air, bounces down in front of the Powell River bench. Kawamura tried to move it ahead. Valent gets a stick on it, puts it forward. Possible breakaway opportunity, and a shot just wide from the middle. That was bombed just off to the target. Stick side opportunity.
The second
Bulldogs.
botched line change there by the Kings. They almost get caught again.
Excellent Bulldog opportunity there, almost taking that 2-0 advantage. Right behind his own net, Mitchell Oliver. Oliver directing traffic with one hand as he controls the puck. He wants Tritt to move back towards him. Bulldogs looking to try and make a long stretch pass, and they do get it. Mastrodonato, left side over the line. A feed for Tritt, trying to come in alone, but he's poke checked just in the nick of time. Wheeling back towards center is Koblenz. Gets a return pass over the blue line. Puck free into the middle. Finlater can't take it. Keaton Mastrodonato will. Passing the puck off. Oliver for Valent beside the goal. Almost halfway through this opening period. Lots of flow to the game. Tritt comes through center on the left. The defender Kelly fell down, but a fortunate break for the Kings. They were able to clear the puck. Farron back in his own end. Up ahead for Dawson Tritt. Dumps the puck in. Andy Stevens goes back for the Kings behind his net. Plays the puck off to Raffler. Raffler tries to escape the forecheck of Van Uden. A pass ahead for Johnny Evans. Left wing to Carter Turnbull. Gets crossed up with the line. Evans is after the puck. He can't take it cleanly. Orban tries to. Orban and Evans in a puck battle. Turnbull wins it. Turnbull drops the puck off. Obsooth tried to make a move. Controlling. Passing down low. A bouncing puck. A goal scramble. Nobody can get a clean shot away. Puck comes back to the line. And a good keep in by Raffler. Turnbull chases in behind the net. Turnbull tips off the wall. Polisiani shovels the puck up, but he was stood up. A nice play there as the defender Pouliot made the stand-up play to keep the Bulldogs at bay. Still 1-0 Alberni Valley. And again, lots of continuous play here as a bouncer goes off Hawthorne. Rizzolo finds it. Drops the puck back, but too far for Sammy Farron. An opportunity for Thomas to steal. He will. Walks in right side. Thomas drags the puck to the goal. Bouncing beside Hawthorne. Goes to the corner for Obsooth. Right point passed along. Looks for a lane. Wrist shot wide. On the carom, Thomas takes it, but Farron's checking him. Thomas gets away though, trying to drag the puck to the front, couldn't get there. Farron plays up the wall for Polisiani. He can't get out. A long shot, glove save, Hawthorne, and his teammates needed that. They were under siege there.
Bend not break moment there for the Bulldogs as the Kings hand them in and just batter them relentlessly. One close chance there to break the zone. Nice little chip play on the far boards, but could have been almost a break the other way, but instead the Kings managed to hem the Bulldogs in. They got at least, 2-3 good looks at goal. Nothing really from a quality shooting angle. Everything was either kept to the outside or kept deep. So like I say, bend, don't break. The Bulldogs were under siege, but they made sure that Hawthorne had a nice, easy look at the puck when he did.
You just had a look there at the new head coach of the Powell River Kings in behind the bench, Brock Sawyer, a longtime assistant. And Brock, now the head man, took over the team at the end of January, and now he is in charge of this Powell River team as you get a chance to look at some of this first period action.
So as you can see here, the affiliate call-up, young Mr. Rolf has been tested more than a few times. He's shown a little bit of a tendency to slide too far left, too far right to his post, and it catches him bad here. Takes the bait, goes far too far to his left, and the rookie sensation, Keaton Mastrodonato, makes him pay. 3-on-1. You gotta make those count, and he does. No problem there. Like I said, Rolf drifting just a little too far to his left. Leaves a little bit of daylight for Mr. Mastrodonato to make him pay.
There's a shot towards Hawthorne as the Bulldogs try and clear the puck. They have been hemmed in for quite a while. The media timeout not providing any relief as once again it's the Kings on the attack. Wano from the line. Moves the puck down the half wall. Now the Bulldogs intercept. On comes the center. He's got Doucette. Or that's Selleck rather coming in. Selleck on the right side. Dumps the puck down low. Goes loose in behind the net. Bulldogs trying to win control down deep. The AP, Stephen Castagna, is down low. Oliver waiting at the blue line as the puck is brought ahead by the Powell River Kings, Berard. Couldn't negotiate the blue line. Now a dump in, but Berard's trapped in an offside position. Down to 9:03 on the clock. Shots are 8-6 in favor of the Bulldogs so far, and they have the extra goal, 1-0.
They've been using this bend, don't break pretty much all night, Dan. They're totally fine, it looks like, to let the Kings come at them in waves, then find that one little seam to make their breakout. Really make Alex Troff sweat in that other net. You saw it as well with the long stretch pass attempt they tried about 4 or 5 minutes ago. They waited and waited for that exact seam to open up, and they seem to be content to do that. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do that to see this period out.
Sometimes the best strategy is to soak up some pressure, but transition. You saw that on the goal that Doucette set up Mastrodonato. After a penalty kill situation, Bulldogs coming the other way. Now play whistle down, and 8:47 to go in this period. You just saw in our last stoppage there, the Alberni Valley bench and head coach Matt Hughes, nominee for Coach of the Year, and that's on a team that's a fourth-place hockey club. But the program that he's building, you talked about all the youth that they have, and I think that's what the voters look for when it comes to Matt Hughes and his program. What he's done, he had 4 returning guys to start off this season, so he's had to really rebuild it from the ground up.
And he's done such a good job. You look at what the potential is in this Bulldog team. I would not, like you say, this is not a fourth place team. I wouldn't be surprised to see them challenging for, if not the Island crown, then maybe in that top 2 conversation come the 2018-2019 season.
Lots to build on. And of course, heading into the postseason, the 4th seed, every opportunity to make some hay. In the BCHL playoffs will start on Friday, March the 2nd. Bulldogs have no idea who they're going to play. That's the same fate for the Kings. Beginning of a 2-game series, which wraps up on Sunday, 2 o'clock here at Weyerhaeuser Arena. 1-0. The Bulldogs in front thanks to Mastrodonato. Kelly's on the puck as the Kings try and break out of their own zone. A bouncing puck near the blue line. Recovered by Doucette. Wheels around to the zone line and drops off to Darren Rizzolo. Rizzolo, right wing, feet Sammy Farron. Up ahead for Benner. Benner cutting down the right side. Drop pass, and now Van Uden in the slot. Takes it right circle. Back to the blue line for Farron. Traffic in front. Wrist shot stopped, and no rebound off Rolf. And that was key because Messer was right there looking for a loose puck.
Great job by the youngster to swallow that shot. An equally good job by the defense corps there to really put up a nice shield around their young goalie. You can tell that the Bulldogs are looking to take every shot they can, really test this young call-up, make him sweat a bit. But he's getting a huge hand here from his defense, who are doing very well to organize and make sure there is no clear or easy shooting lane for the Bulldogs.
A wrist shot from Oliver didn't make it to the net. Valent jumps down off the left point. Kings take the puck over, however. They'll come to center, and Finlater's got room on the right side, moving in on Hawthorne. Wrist shot, and Hawthorne gets a piece. Puck bounds on the left side. Raffler puts it down the half wall, but a steal by Messer. Up ahead to Van Uden. over the Powell River line, tried to skip by Pouliot, who almost got a big piece of him. And the puck is back in behind the net for Josh Koblenz, the speedy veteran. Banks it, and now he'll start a rush himself. He's got Turnbull up ahead. Turnbull takes the puck on the left side, gets it inside Alberni Valley territory, and the Bulldogs are back to it. Valent for Poliziani, but he was being checked by the rival number 21 Opsu. Mitchell Oliver, a pass out towards center. Ong was tied up. Icing is going to be waved off as the puck rolls down beside Rolf. Taken by the Kings. Puck comes up near the blue line. Out to center now. Rizzolo in some trouble against Opsu. Right side over the line. He's got Evans to the front of pass for Evans, and he put it off the side of the net. Tried to make the extra move, but he couldn't get it in. The puck bouncing free, and the Kings have it again. Left point. Now it's Jack Long on the right. A wrist shot, rounded off a teammate in front. A chance for a rush for Sammy Farron. Farron to Orban. Orban moving in, down the wing, being crunched out there as Ong follows on. That puck continues to be battled for in the corner. Long trying to pin it up as it's in behind the net now. Obsuth will run forward over the red line, working ahead. Obsuth plays off to the sidewall. Rizzolo onto it as the Bulldogs move towards their blue line. Farron's going to back up some now. 6 minutes to go in the period. 1-0 Alberni Valley in front. Kelly driving deep, the defenseman all the way into the corner. Puck free now into traffic. Kings win it. Play down low, Berard, chance in, tight, and a good save on Thomas by John Hawthorne as he got his pad down. Szymanski on the left wing wall. Now Berard, delayed call against Alberni. Berard passing back to Stevens, puck to the line. Kelly with a keep in. Excellent shift here for the Kings. Thomas centering feet, bouncing into the slot. Stevens passing, Berard waiting, shooting, and that went off the crossbar and out of play. The Bulldogs dodge a couple of bullets there.
Just a few. I know I've been saying bend, don't break, and I'll probably say it a few more times before this night is out, Dan, but at some point you have to put up a little more resistance than the Bulldogs showed against the Kings in that stretch. It doesn't come much closer than this. One move, two move, and he has him at his mercy. Hawthorne is down and out, and it's the side of the net, just not quite able to thread the needle there.
Evans came oh so close on that one, and then there's even more.
And here's just before the whistle, right off the bar. You can hear it ringing out across the arena, stays out into the power play we go.
Second power play for Powell River in the game. They're 0 for 1. Berard into the corner, Szymanski, now Berard again. Up top to Stevens, and now Turnbull. Turnbull to Berard, walks in off the wing, wrist shot blocked. Berard got the puck back, he's in tight, waiting in behind the goal. Passing it for Evans. Evans to Stevens, moving right, passing back to Turnbull. Turnbull for Berard, wrist shot, glove stop, Hawthorne, he couldn't catch it, but he made the save. Puck rolling to the line, Stevens will keep it in. Stevens pass intercepted, and the Bulldogs able to get the puck out and down the ice off the stick of Mitchell Oliver, and Alberni Valley will change. Stevens back deep in behind his own net, bringing up the man advantage. Stevens lugs the puck to center, passing on the right, Berard. Berard getting deep, warding off a check pass off for Evans, a shot, Hawthorne reaching for that. Puck back to the line, Berard holding it in. On the right to Buono. Buono across the grain for Evans. Evans to Berard, walks in on goal, tried to center, jam play, and that was kept out by Hawthorne. Hawthorne playing extremely well in this first period, and now break at the line as Evans fumbled the puck. The shots are only 12-9, but the high quality chances have been more lopsided than that. Up over the line, Buono. Deep into the left corner for Powell River. Valent's trying to pin him. Thomas there too. The scrum continues in the corner. Puck still moving though. Obsuth behind the goal, couldn't escape a check. Jackson Doucette wins control. Home run pass. Mastrodonato breaking through, shooting, and Rolf makes a big save on Mastrodonato, looking for his second, and then Kelly dropped him after the play.
Round two to Rolf as Mastrodonato tries to pick up his second of the night. Same angle, same area of the ice, not able to find that space. Rolf has learned from the last encounter, but what a great stretch pass. Tape to tape, up the middle he goes, and Rolf stays with him, doesn't slide too far to his left that time. Keeps his position, cuts the angle. Mastrodonato has nowhere to go, tries to go low glove side. Rolf isn't having it.
You wonder if there might be anything between Mastrodonato and Kelly as the night moves along. A pretty big check after that play was over. Fun battle so far between Mastrodonato And Rolf as well. Master Donato has the game's only goal, but Rolf bettered him that time on a short-handed bid. Very late now in this Powell River man advantage. Obsuth, left side over the Alberni Valley zone, and he gets down deep into the corner. Patton tries to knock the puck free. Kings get it back. Thomas, Obsuth, left circle, wrist shot, and he put that one high. Puck will bound free for Patton. Patton moves the puck to center ice. Raffler for Obsuth, coming over the line, left wing, but the play whistle down for an offside, down to 3:10 remaining in this opening period. And what the Bulldogs want to do is get to the attack just a little bit more here.
Absolutely. You saw it on that power play for the Kings. They were punished quickly by the Bulldogs' first chance they got. The problem is that the Bulldogs can't rely on waiting for a mistake all night long. The Kings are getting more and more patient each chance they get. They're looking for smarter chances, not quantity of chances. And Hawthorne is doing everything he can to keep this score at 1-0. He's going to need a little more help, I would say, Dan, to see this game out.
Pouliot sweeps the puck towards center. Valent is on to it for Alberni Valley. Bulldogs in a backup posture now as the puck is at Finlater's feet. Gets it inside the Bulldog end, and Valent will track it back. Valent takes the check. Abbott trying to get out front, couldn't do so. Oliver will take the puck away. Mitchell Oliver starting forward to his blue line. Nice pass on the right. Castagna in an offside position. It looked like Benner might have been just in a shade early. That is one thing when you have 3 affiliates in your lineup, and especially 3 of them in the forward position, it can be a bit disjointed with young players.
There's definitely a lot of eagerness on display here tonight, but that's never a bad thing, especially as you're getting ready for the playoffs. Like you mentioned off the top, you've got to have that nice sense of energy. You got to be in a good form to go into the playoffs and do well. And when you're the 4 seed, you're playing with house money, let's say. No one expects you to make a deep run, but if you can surprise a few people, you can get on a good streak, you can do great things.
Kings setting up in the attacking end. A wrist shot towards the front, goes high. Louisiana's going to battle long. On the defender is pinched all the way down towards the corner. Scrum for possession continues. Orban winning control, but the puck knocked off his stick, and now he and Evans are going to come together. Puck is kept in by Buono. Kings back onto it. Carter Turnbull right on the line. Tried to get a wrist shot through. Now Jack Long put the puck into skates. Oliver steals. Up ahead for Cole Poliziani. Poliziani on the right side. Messer coming in. Messer, Poliziani, quick shot. Rolf got his stick on it and directs the puck out of play. Some nice work there by a veteran in Poliziani and a young AP in Messer.
Once again, you see the Bulldogs collapsing around their net as soon as the Kings set up in the zone. Doesn't matter if it's a power play, doesn't matter if it's 5-on-5. You see a shell of red around Hawthorne. And quite frankly, it's going to need to stay that way for another 40 minutes here, Dan. The Kings look out for blood, and they have been doing nothing but punish and push and test the Bulldogs in their own zone, so they're going to need to keep that red shell up.
Still, it is 1-0. The Bulldogs in front on Master Donato's early goal. Rizzolo drops back to Farron. Farron skating well out of his own zone, gets to center on the backhand. The Kings are going to take over, however. Kawamura to Kimball, dodges the check. Over the Bulldog line. Kimball pulls up on the left side. Still controlling it. At the line to Stevens. Stevens, nice move. Checked. Bulldogs can't clear initially. The Kings gang up on the puck again. It's deep in the corner. Farron loses to Kimball. Kimball to the line for Stevens. Left point to Kelly. Winds. His shot blocked. Puck into the circle. Williams to Stevens. Stevens from the right, long shot, hits the end zone, netting out of play. Into the final minute we go. 50.5 seconds remaining in the opening 20. 1-0 for the home side, and I would think if you're Brock Sawyer and the Powell River Kings, maybe you feel a little bit hard done by here in this first period.
I would say that's a fair comment. It's been nothing but quality chances for the Kings. They've made Hawthorne work for it, perhaps a little bit unlucky on one shot that rings off the outside of the post. But the problem is you got to keep it tight on the back end no matter how much pressure you put up front, and a lapse in concentration allows Master Donato to make it 1-0 on a nice 3-on-1.
Hora deep in his own end. Gets the puck forward to the line. Van Uden back to Hora. A pass tipped out towards center. Castagna tries to play it inside the attacking end. Now it is finally down in beside netminder Rolf, and it goes out of play. Second to last game of the season, the final Saturday night of the BCHL, and isn't it amazing the standings come down to probably the final day Victoria playing on Sunday against Surrey, and these two teams going at it again. That's the way you want a season to go.
Well, absolutely. You want every game to matter. It's no fun if the season is decided with 10 games left in the season. This is how it should be. Get to the last weekend of the season, and everything is up in the air.
A pass out of the reach of Van Uden. Wano onto the puck for the Kings. Clears out to center. Patton trying to get his stick on it there. Szymanski working deep into the Bulldog end, being pushed into the corner by Castagna. Kings continue to work the wall. Wano off the line. Got the puck to the middle, but it's blocked by Van Uden. Wano tripped his man. Crowd wanted a penalty. None coming as the period comes to an end. Potentially a tripping call there to be called against Wano. The fans thought so, but it will end 1-0 Alberni Valley after 20 minutes.
Fortunately, the ref on the ice disagreed with the 200 or so refs in the stands. Always unfortunate, but so it ends. And so ends the first period. Powell River 0, Alberni Valley 1. Stick around in the first intermission. We've got Matt Carter with Matt Around Town doing some Caps floor hockey, should be good. And also, when we come back from that, I'll be having a chat with the Alberni Valley Rink announcer. You know him, Charles Mealey. Stick around for that. This is Island Rivals BCHL Hockey on Shaw TV.
Matt Carter here for Matt About Town. This episode, I'm down in the Cowichan Valley for what's going to be an incredible fundraising hockey matchup between Special Olympics BC Cowichan Valley getting ready for us there over my left shoulder, and the BC Hockey League's Cowichan Capitals. Look like they're having a bit of a nap actually over my right shoulder, so we'll see if maybe they're be a little bit overconfident about this. And the two teams are facing off for their 4th annual fundraising game. I'm looking forward to meeting some of the athletes, getting involved, and finding out more about the Special Olympics.
Our guys have done a great job this year in the community, and they take it real serious, and I think it's something they all sign up for. Whenever there's something that comes available, they'll step up and really represent the Cowichan Capitals and the community.
We have a few games, but you know, this one is one of those special ones because we're playing against our hometown team, so you know, it's not you don't get to do that very often, so for the team it's very special for us.
It means a lot for a community that supports us so much, and these kids who love playing so much, to be able to play with them, it's really fun.
I think this is just another example tonight of just a fun moment for the people here and everyone involved, and just enjoying the great game of hockey in the community, and that's what it's all about.
Okay, we're here with Troy McTavish, the Cowichan Capitals just traded. So I got to ask you, what stings more, the shot to the loins you took in warm-up, or being traded before the start of the game?
Well, you know, the shot hurt pretty bad. My teammates don't like me very much, so we're on a good team now. So thank God I got out of that Cowichan Capitals dressing room, and I'm excited to be with my new team here.
What's the reasoning behind the big trade?
Well, you know, Captain McTavish, he was pretty excited to go in net for us, and he wanted to, you know, stop a lot of pucks for the boys. And at the last minute, we decided it was best for the team if we traded him over for some futures.
All right, opening goal going toward the Capitals. Tell us a little bit about the keeper there. He just ripped it by.
You know what? I don't think he's a very talented goalie at all, so it wasn't definitely wasn't too hard.
So how does it feel for you to be able to play with the Cowichan Capitals?
Really good. They're a local hockey team. Good to watch their games. It's nice to play with them.
Absolutely. They played well. You played really, really well. Some amazing saves. How do you feel you've played so far today?
I'm okay.
All right, Amber, you've just come off the floor after your first shift of the game. How's the action out there?
Good. It's really good.
What does it mean to you to be able to play in this game?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to play against them.
Three goals for Amber.
So far, I feel that we are doing incredible. We're using a lot of the skills that we have learned over the years, and I think we're doing an incredible job.
This is our warm-up game for our tournament coming up for regionals, so figure out some kinks.
It's always that difficult, but we'll handle it.
I like that attitude. It just means so much to be out there working hard and having fun, correct?
Yep, having fun.
What does it mean to you to see the Capitals taking on the Special Olympians in a game like this every year?
They're just all having fun, and I think that's really good for all of them.
Absolutely beautiful shot there from the center of the floor. Tell us about your goal.
Yeah, it was good. I always know where the angle of that goal is, and I sniped it perfectly.
It was a perfect snipe indeed. You've been just tearing up and down the floor here. What does it mean to you to be out here playing hockey against the Capitals?
It is always nice joy of for hockey.
And what do you think the chances are you guys are going to defeat them here tonight?
I have no idea.
What does it mean to you to be racing down the floor, getting a goal, and hearing the roar from the crowd?
It's thrilling, you know. It's you get that adrenaline going, and then you get the crowd going in as well, and it's just like one of those things like you're on top of the world sort of a thing, and it's one of the best feelings I could ever have.
Here at JJ Pichette, normally tending goal for the Cowichan Capitals, just scoring a beautiful goal against his captain who never usually tends goal at all. Tell us about that play.
Yeah, well, he robbed me the play before, so I thought I'd wait him out and bury one top shelf on him. So humble him a bit, I guess.
Yeah, you're not too worried about your job prospects with the Capitals, though, watching Troy play, are you?
No, I mean, he puts on my pads, but he's not doing what I can do in there, that's for sure.
So I'm guessing that your strategy now is take away the bottom half of the net.
Oh yeah, this is a new style of goaltending. It's called the flapjack. So I'm just going to try it out here quickly, and my team's not very good. See here, one comes right there, save 100% of the time. So
if anyone watching here wants to know more about the Special Olympics program here in the Cowichan Valley, how can they contact you guys to find out more?
I would say go to our website, Special Olympics Cowichan Valley. If you Google it, it's right there. We've got our information for our program coordinator, Kirsten, and our volunteer coordinator, Lynn. Their emails are online, so just get in contact with us. We'd love to have people come out, more volunteers, people to play against. If there's any hockey teams in the community, we'd love to play against them just like this.
Rate your performance so far.
A+. I'm the best goalie there is, so.
So that was a pretty stellar save.
Mid-interview.
Are you thinking of switching to goaltending full time now?
No.
All right, well, here comes another shot. We'll see how it goes here.
That one's on you guys.
Okay, it's Shaw -1. I think that's fair. All right, we've come to the end of the game here between the Cowichan Capitals and Special Olympics BC Cowichan Valley. The final score doesn't really matter whatsoever. The fact is both teams were out here playing a beautiful game. One quote I want to say, the athlete oath for BC Special Olympics is, "Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in attempt." And I think no matter what kind of athlete you are, that's a great phrase, a great thing to mantra for you moving forward. For Matt About Town here in the Cowichan Valley on Shaw TV, I'm Matt Carter. Keep your stick on the ice.
Matt Carter with Matt Around Town. Thank you so much, Matt. Welcome back to BCHL Island Rivals on Shaw TV. My name is Rituro, joined now at rinkside by the voice of the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. He laughs, but he is. You hear him every time you're here at the rink. Charles Mealey. Charles, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me here today. I appreciate it.
Now, you've been here almost since day one, Charles, perhaps even on day one. What is your biggest memory of this franchise?
We've had a lot of good memories in this community. It's been amazing playoff runs. We had 25 wins in a row, which is a BCHL record to this day. We had our very own local Alberni Valley Minor Hockey Association member Tyler Ruel, who played for us, scored 6 goals in one game. So that's also a BCHL record. So we've had 1,800 people plus in this place. It's been loud in the past, and we have a great fan base, and we just continue here in the Alberni Valley.
Fantastic. Now, this year's squad is a little bit younger than most. I believe last count 17 2000s on this team. Talk about the future development for this side. How far do you see this next crop of kids growing?
I see a lot of good in the future for this team. A lot of youth here, but there is a definite experience factor as well with our captains. So I'm really looking forward to the future. We have a lot of talent out there. Just putting it together. It's a first year for the coach, general manager, assistant coach. So just trying to learn the system, I guess, and we have some APs playing tonight as well. And so we're kind of already seeing the future out there with a couple of kids with their cages on for minor hockey. So it's nice to see them out there.
See them really getting trialed by fire here. Powell River not letting up at all tonight. How do you compare these kids to some of the ones you've seen come up through the Bulldog system over the years?
I see a lot of talent, actually. A lot of good talent from these kids. So they're playing hard. They don't give up, and I think that's kind of the Alberni Valley way. You got to give it to Powell River. They're always good. This team's always good. They're well coached for 20 plus years, so we got to give them credit. But we're with them tonight, and we've got a lot on the line too tonight. We want to win both games, and we want to end the regular season and go into the playoffs on a high.
with a young team, it's all about learning. It's all about becoming a better hockey player and a better person. Now, you were a former city councilor in Alberni. These kids are coming up and learning about civic engagement, about being good citizens. How important is that to a player's development?
I think it's very important to a player and a human development. Here in the Alberni Valley, we really focus on the kids to go to school, get their education. We also want to make sure they're involved in the city as well. They do stuff like raise a reader. They're very active with the Special Olympics. They're always in the community, and it grows on them. And later on down the line, even if they don't get to be NHL players or whatever, they usually come back and they go, you know what, I learned that from Port Alberni. Civic engagement, going out, volunteering, giving of their time, and that really makes them better people in the end as well.
Being an athlete isn't just about being able to shoot a puck or throw a check. It's about being a better person overall. Is that fair to say?
I would say absolutely, but these kids are great. We have a great educational program. A lot of kids come here so they can get their education, raise their SATs. Tom McAvey is a big part of that here. So we have a lot of students that come here already. They're good people, they're good students, but they can become even better people by the time they leave here.
Hopefully it'll be an even better score for you. You're up 1-0. Charles Mealey, voice of the Bulldogs. Thank you so much for joining me, Charles. We're now going to jump back to 2005. Our director, Todd Jones, did his little tribute to his favorite director, Robert Rodriguez, with Sports City. Enjoy.
Goalie's dead, and I've been framed for murder.
Extreme Joe, open up. Police.
I'll be right out.
Ah. Oh. Owie. My shoulder. Just couldn't leave him to the law, eh? Your days of vigilante justice and unnecessary roughness are over, Extreme Joe.
Nice coat. The breeze smells foul in the streets of Sports City. Goalie's alive. I can feel it. This is nothing more than a trap. Not just a trap, a thoughtfully contrived strategy to lure me deep into the goalie's merciless crease. He thinks he can stop the locker room, but I will prevail. It's time to prove to my friends that I'm worth something.
Get in. I know where he's hiding.
We drive to the crease in Old Town, a backwards place where the goalie is a role model and the games have no officiating. I was glad to have Holly on my team.
Wow! We don't get too many celebrities around here. Hi.
We're looking for the goalie.
Eyes to the stage, pilgrims. He's just warming up.
Got it?
Yep. Walk down the right alley in Sports City, and you can find anything.
Former 1980s pop star Derek Schmaltz is back. He's best known for his epic 10-minute love ballads and such radio hits as Girl, I Think You're Radical and I'm Quite a Guy, just like Magnum P.I. Today, his appeal is much more selective as he performs his songs his way without a shred of dignity. Derek Schmaltz, pop icon.
Men do crazy things in life to attract women. This is a song about this one particular guy. He's a bit of a nerd, really, and he's afraid of heights, but he decides he's going to try adventure sports to impress a girl. it does have some consequences. It's called You Want to Tie Me to a Zip Line. You say I am falling, there's nothing to do. You like rock climbing, I like to stay home playing Clue. You want to tie me to a zip line, you want me to go bungee jumping with you. Tie that harness to me tightly, or otherwise we'll both be screwed. You say let's Monkito, tell me what the heck is that? Oh, holy Toledo, if we fall, we'll both go splat. You want to tie me to a zip line, you want me to go bungee jumping with you. I regret eating all of those tacos, because up I just threw. You want to tie me to a zip line, you want me to go bungee jumping with you. I'll do it in love every second, because I'm so in love with you.
Derek Schmaltz, pop icon.
Welcome back to BCHL Island Rivals on Shaw TV. My name is Rituro, along with Dan Marshall. Boy, isn't that Derek Schmaltz something?
Some kind of songwriter, right?
Here at Alberni Valley Multiplex, it's 1-0 for the hometown Bulldogs. Dan, it was a very sharp and sudden start for the Bulldogs against the run-up play, and they've managed to keep that up against some intense pressure from the Kings.
Surprisingly, the shot's only 13-11 for the Kings, but the territorial play really an advantage there for the Powell River Kings. Sean Hawthorne has been extremely sharp.
Keaton Mastrodonato, the rookie scoring sensation for the Bulldogs with the goal, assisted from Jackson Doucette and Sammy Farron. Let's take a look here at the highlights from the first period, Dan. And right off the top here, this is an affiliate goaltender, in case you missed this off the top here, Alex Rolfe from Fraser Valley in net, getting turned around, getting kind of shoved around, but his team stuck up for him. It's been an interesting first period for the youngster, Dan. How do you rate him so far?
Well, so far, a bit of a funny start there, beaten by Mastrodonato here, and you'll see in this highlight package the battle that those two have going.
Absolutely. And that time, Mastrodonato picking the corner. We mentioned it during the broadcast. Rolfe seeming to drift a little bit away from his posts at times, and at that exact time, Mastrodonato said, "Thank you very much, I'll take that top corner." But from there, the action went the other way, and Josh Hawthorne had to stand on his head more than once, facing wave after wave of Powell River Kings pressure, excuse me. He did
what
get
a shot there by Obsut, too.
Absolutely. That's not to say that the Bulldogs didn't also hit back. This was really their game plan, Dan. Hit on the transition, hit on the counterattack, find those poor line changes, those little chips, those stretch passes, and make something of them.
The Bulldogs have been the countering team so far, and the Kings have been the attacking team, and Johnny Evans pretty upset with himself after missing that chance. He had the goaltender beaten, just couldn't quite negotiate that far post.
Oh, he's going to see that shot in his dreams tonight, and Hawthorne's going to be thanking his posts all night long, too. Off the bar over that one, rings up the crossbar and out by Berard, excuse me.
And there's the last sequence between Mastrodonato and Rolfe, goaltender winning, and you see the unceremonious takedown by Kelly.
I get the sense that the defense for Powell River are not afraid to stick up for Rolfe, let him know, hey, we've got your back. You don't let that guy get in your head. We'll take care of him. Just keep the puck out of the net, kid. We gotcha.
And a veteran-laden defense, too. Kelly's in his first year, and so is Pouliot, but Stevens, Long, Buono, Raffler, all veterans of the Powell River program, as we're underway here in the second period. 1-0 the Bulldogs in front. Mastrodonato, as you just saw in our highlight package, with the game's only tally. Turnbull's up over the line right wing. Wrist shot towards Hawthorne, bounces in behind him. Mitchell Oliver's attempting to clear. Help from his D partner, Valent. Valent got the puck towards the line, but a good keep in on an active forecheck by the Kings. Chance on the right. Down low opportunity. Hawthorne made a great save. They're whacking at the rebound. The net is up and off. and John Hawthorne in very tight quarters, keeping Obstute at bay. And the Bulldogs take exception to all the hacking and whacking from Big Obstute right on the doorstep.
You did get one too many shots there into Hawthorne's pads, but by that same token, if you're Alberni, you have got to put up a little stiffer wall around Hawthorne. You can't let someone like Obstute just walk in, get 2, 3, 4 whacks, and somebody has to be posted up in front to keep that crease cleared. Obstute just walks in, wears the pressure on him, comes way too late, and by that point, one good whack away from tying this game up. The response is there, so at least after the fact they get some points for it. But unfortunately, points in fights don't count for points on the board. And I'm sure there will be a mild talking to about why Obstute was allowed to walk in from the right side.
You talk about putting up the wall defensively, and that's something that the Powell River Kings were unable to have against them there. But the Alberni Valley Bulldogs goaltender, he put up the wall in that sequence, and that's where the last stand happened to be. Coincidental penalties after that last exchange. Play inside the Alberni Valley end. The puck's in a scrum behind the net for Orban, who's trying to drag it out. Here's Oliver on the right on. Wrist shot. That one is held on to by Alex Rolfe, giving up no rebound. And they're a case of just a puck being thrown on the net, and that'll be a strategy I think the Bulldogs want to employ more here. Don't wait for that perfect play. Just put pucks on net. Force this AP goaltender to make some saves and have good rebound control.
Absolutely. You saw them trying to do that in the first period, but they were a little too hesitant. They wanted, like you said, that better angle instead of just getting something on net, forcing Rolfe to make a save, maybe hoping that the youngster gets turned around in his crease like we saw in the very first rush in the game. More shots like that, if nothing else, at least get the offensive zone face-off if you're the Bulldogs.
Face-off one back by Berard to Buono. Mastrodonato up forward checking, couldn't steal. Berard got the puck in behind his net DeLong. Now for Buono. Buono being forced deep by Tritt. Moved up on the boards. And now Berard's free down the right. Ben Berard tried to drag the puck by Rizzolo, but the experienced defenseman wouldn't let him by. Rizzolo drops the puck off, and now it's fed across for Sammy Farron. Farron up ahead, right side, Mastrodonato. Gets the puck towards the Powell River line, and an offside is called. 1 minute and 18 seconds into the second period. Still 1-0, and Mastrodonato, he's a target right now of the Powell River Kings. Szymanski wanted at him big time, and when you're wearing that mantle as the top scorer, you're going to get that extra attention. Absolutely. The Powell River's identified the biggest threat on Alberni, and it's not hard to see. Mastrodonato has been everywhere, not just tonight, but all season long. So if you're Powell River and you can't find a way through this counterattacking bend, don't break style of Bulldogs, you got to start taking pieces out. You got to really rattle that defensive cage, and the best way to do that is to get the biggest offensive threat off his game and open those chances up for yourself. And if that is Powell River's strategy for the next 40 minutes, it may pay off sooner than later unless Mastrodonato can get out from people getting under his skin. A clearance by Hawthorne up the wall for Van Uden. Castagna, right side over the Powell River line, risks the puck down deep. Paul Selleck arrives. Selleck around the goal, feeds out front, a quick shot deflected, Rolfe down, rebound chance, great save off Van Uden. Rolfe just got his leg down, he's lost his goal stick though. Gets some help from a teammate. Great work there by the veteran Finlater to give the goalie a stick back, and the delayed penalty call is now coming, and Buono comes up shoving at Van Uden at the end of that sequence as well. The Bulldogs inches away from making this a 2-0 score, and there's, as we see, the best of Alex Rolfe. Rolfe has really acclimatized well. After the first two little misadventures in the first, Rolfe has grown into this game by leaps and bounds. And you see there, under siege, Van Uden comes in and he gets a really good look at this. Rolfe does very well to get a pad down. Excellent stretch save by Alex Rolfe. And Van Uden not able to do anything with it. Here's where we see you might be able to see it at the end of the replay here, where some of that consternation comes from. As you can see, off the pad and out. There was a hit in the corner here against Van Uden. There it is. It was the hit low that they weren't quite happy with, but instead it's Van Uden coming in with a little bit of a retaliation shot there from behind. Van Uden had the initial penalty, and he's being banished from the game. Buono gave him the shot late, and that one will go uncalled, a 2-minute minor, but banishment on the check, and you can see it right in the corner there. Van Uden with a check in the back. So a power play situation for the Powell River Kings here, 1 minute and 47 seconds. Into period number 3 with Van Uden being banished, and Messer's going to serve his minor. Fans didn't like the call, and You can see Matt Hughes unhappy from the bench as well. Not just because his team is down for the next 2 minutes, but because they lose Van Uden too.
I can understand being upset about the retaliation not being called, but at the same time, you can't take a two-handed shot into somebody's numbers. You just can't.
Here's Turnbull, wrist shot. That one stays out. Szymanski recovers in the corner. Szymanski making moves, twisting and turning. Still on the puck. Szymanski passing it on. Berard out at the line to Stevens. Back to Berard, closing, waiting. Berard, wrist shot. That one hit traffic, got it back. Another wrist shot. He missed up high with that. Evans half wall right side. Out near the blue line. Shakes the check. Johnny Evans dragged. Wrist shot. He put it high. Puck bounds into the corner. Some good looks here for the Powell River Kings, but as of yet, they can't find the mark against John Hawthorne. A couple of high shots missing the mark, and a delayed penalty call is coming. We'll see what the call is, hooking the indication, and that will do it for the Powell River man advantage. The veteran Carter Turnbull being sent off the ice.
Bit of a break there for the Bulldogs, who were starting to feel a little bit of the heat from the Kings on the power play, including one very good chance right from the slot on a bit of a scramble, high glove side on Turnbull. But that is a huge break, because the Kings have been looking for chances like that all game long, and they're going to eat them up all day. Instead, 4-on-4 hockey for 49 seconds.
A chance for Powell River to move forward. Ethan Kimball at center on the right, over the Bulldog line. Kimball lost possession. Doucette back to take it. Deals to the front of his net for Sammy Farron. Farron turns away from the forechecking of Kimball. Now he's going to wind it up. Makes a pass off to Doucette. Dangerous move, got away with it though. Master of Nato shovels the puck inside the Powell River end. Doucette moves up from the forecheck against Buono. Puck beside the goal to Long. Weaving out of his own territory. Jack Long over the red line. In over the Bulldog blue line, hammered a shot, but play whistle down on the offside as he did so, and there'll be exception taken to that. Anytime there's a shot after the whistle, the team doesn't like it, the team that's being shot on at least.
Few words being exchanged, but it looks like nothing but a stern talking to. No further extracurriculars for either team, which is good. They can ill afford to start getting into back and forth penalty trouble here, especially if you're Powell River. Just taking penalty after penalty plays right into Alberni's hands, as they can just ride that 1-0 lead into the second intermission if they so choose.
Buono gets over the blue line. Hora checked him. The Kings keep working deep in the Alberni Valley end. Hora tries to stay with his man. He and Williams have a good battle going. Oliver takes the puck out. Oliver spins it back in behind his net to Paul Selleck. Selleck back for Oliver. Across to Hora. The former salmon arm silverback Hora plays across ice. Oliver. A pass up ahead. Out to center ice and over the line Benner. The Kings will turn him back. Finlater moves after Hora. A steal now by Long into Bulldog territory. Got the puck deep. Hora clears it up towards Benner. Now a chance for Poliziani. Left side over the line. Drop past Benner walking in. Stiff angle. Benner skating around behind the net. Passing to the right point, Farron. Left side, Mitchell Oliver. Settles it. Goes back to Farron. Farron to the right side. Benner to the front. Down low pass. Selleck to front. Scores! Makes it 2-0.
Tic-tac-toe from the Bulldogs with precision. Every member of the Bulldogs on the ice touches the puck. Crisp passing from top to bottom. At the back door, nobody watches Oliver, and he absolutely buries it. Rolf has absolutely nowhere to go, as he is played like a fiddle by all five. Watch this passing play. Every single person, start to finish, gets a stick on it. That is clinical, and Oliver has the Bulldogs up 2-0.
Mitchell Oliver with the finish, but the credit there goes to the passers. Here's a chance to Ted on Hawthorne, and the shot ricochets all the way up near the blue line. A keep in by the Kings, but a Bulldogs steal. Kelly steals back at center. Szymanski up ahead. Over the line goes Thomas, cutting to the right. Thomas, wrist shot just wide down low. Szymanski grabs the rebound. Back to Kelly, wrist shot up high over Hawthorne's net. The Kings looking for a pushback shift now, as the puck is deep in behind the Alberni Valley net. Kings trying to advance out front. Puck rolls around the wall. Chopping the puck to set out towards center. Kelly back into his own end. 4:16 the time of the goal. Oliver getting it from Selleck and Poliziani. Poliziani in the slot at the goal line to Selleck, and he ripped it across ice. No chance for Rolf, who couldn't really even get down into a crouch as Oliver beat him. Top scoring defenseman for the Bulldogs, and their captain scores a massive goal. And the advantage goes from 1 to 2. Orban working the left side wall, but being wrapped up by Johnny Evans. Puck is taken out. Stevens puts it around the boards for Obsuth. Obsuth in his own end. A scoop out towards center. Carter Turnbull made a move, lost possession. Kelly follows on. Kelly forced back towards center. Orban trying to steal. Kelly drifting in behind his own net. Poliziani goes to cut him off. Stevens onto it. Chips the puck towards center ice. Oliver in a puck battle from there. Orban joins the fray. A shooting by Oliver wide of Rolf. Puck on the left side. Simeone trying to move it in. A pass didn't get through. He tries to recover the puck, but he can't. Kelly stealing for Powell River. Oh, he took a slash from Poliziani. Selleck touches up, and Poliziani's going to head off the ice for getting the stick up. The veteran doesn't like it, but the Powell River Kings down 2 get a power play chance.
You can't really let that one go. It's a clumsy penalty for Poliziani to take, but you have to call it. The veteran really does need to know better. So you watch one swack, 2, and then spins around again. Clips him on the helmet to boot. Lucky that it isn't worse.
The fortune there that you have the visor to get in the way of that stick contact.
Absolutely, and it'll just be a 2-minute power play for the Powell River Kings, down 2-0. A lifeline perhaps for them to get back into this game.
Kelly at the line goes cross ice. Buono, a drive wide. Thomas after the rebound. Puck into the corner now. Kings setting up. Left side wall. Thomas walking in, plays down low. Now Kelly up top. Goes across ice. Buono to the right side. Return pass from Berard. Now walking in, Kelly, stiff angle, centering feet, bounces back to Buono. Settling it at the line, left side for Thomas. Thomas closing. Kelly's in behind him. That's where the puck goes. Kelly with a drive wide. Rebound chance. Hawthorne kicking his leg out to make sure there was no room on the short side. Kings recover the puck again. Thomas on that left side. Kelly left point. Over on the other side to Buono. Buono to the circle. Ethan Kimball deals it across to Kelly at the blue line there. Kelly goes back to Thomas. Thomas up top. Buono goes across ice again. Kimball. Thomas waiting. Passing. Kimball whiffed on a one-timer. Still controlling. Buono to the net. Deflection high over Hawthorne. Puck at the side. Barron trying to clear. Gets it around the wall. Kelly with a keep in at the line. Good pressure by the Kings here, but it's still 2-0 Alberni Valley. At the line, Buono cutting left, looking for an opening. Can't find one. He's got Kelly with him at the point. Buono, wrist shot, goes high and bounds out of play. And the Bulldogs, we've talked about this so much, they're not breaking, but they're really doing well to get in the shooting and the passing lanes despite giving up possession.
They're throwing off all of the plans that the Kings have here to really set up something on the power play. I talked in the first period about it. They needed to really calm down, be patient, and pick their times. And they're doing that. The problem is the Bulldogs have matched their pace now, and they're being just as patient, able to break up those passing lanes and stop anything quality from getting through.
There's a wrist shot from Evans just wide of the Alberni Valley net. Bulldogs get possession. A long clearance out to center, in behind Evans and also Stevens. Simeone flushes out Stevens, but Stevens will start the rush. Working his way to center. Over the Bulldog line, Stevens dumps down low beside Hawthorne. He taps the puck to the side. Mitchell Oliver is there. Evans waiting at the line. He's got it with a wrist shot. Looking for a tip, but none came. Valent engages on his man. Trying to get the puck away from Berard, but now it's Turnbull walking in right side. Turnbull in close. Carter Turnbull cuts behind the net, passes off to Stevens to the right circle. A pass deflected away. Power plays over. A chance for the Bulldogs. Breakaway pass out of the reach of Poliziani. It goes for an icing. He was wide open, and he might have even had Simeone with him to make that a clear 2-on-1 or 2-on-0 play.
Wouldn't that have been just a dagger to the heart for the Kings after they're going to really kick themselves out of this power play. We'll talk about that in a bit. First of all, just wide. As soon as I say they haven't got a clear chance, they go and make a liar out of me. Just wide of Hawthorne's net. There was a tip. It looked like there was a little bit of a tip there from him. But here's the big move for Penziani. Comes out of the box, turns, it's in his feet. Not much she can do with that.
Poliziani dragged down beside the Powell River net. Kings take possession. Abbott up to Kimball, or rather Finlater on the right side. Shovels the puck in deep. Out of his net comes Hawthorne. Moves the puck around the wall. Castagna's on to it. Puck goes by him out towards center. Pouliot plays ahead. A steal by Castagna comes over the Powell River line. Castagna, wrist shot, didn't get through. Takes the puck to the half wall. Dumps it for Poliziani. Poliziani in a puck battle against Koblenz. Now controlling his Bennett. On the half wall, Castagna tried to feed the point, but a bit of a miscue there between he and Sammy Farron as the puck goes all the way back inside the Bulldog end. Farron takes it behind his own net, almost halfway through the second period. 2-0 Alberni Valley in front. Goals in the game, Master Donato in the first, and Mitchell Oliver here in the second. Bulldogs in possession. Lead pass. Messer comes over the line. Tips it to Castagna down the left side. Castagna trying to advance the puck, but he can't get by Buono, who clears high, but too high and out of play.
Good defensive play there by Buono, who stands his ground, doesn't let his man past him, and keeps his eye on the body. He doesn't get distracted by any of the fancy stick work being done in front of him. Keep the man in front of you. Don't let him slip behind. It's these little transition plays that are killing the Kings, and Buono does very well there to keep his man in front of him.
A scramble drawn. Obstooth gets possession. The Kings come towards center. Obstooth deposits the puck deep inside the zone. Patton trying to get it in wall for the Bulldogs. He's got Hora there too, who had lost his stick. Puck almost came right to Kimball. The battle continues on the wall. Finally, it's dragged free by Patton to Hora. Shovels around on the boards. Cleared by Castagna just outside the line, but the Kings have the puck again. Jack Long defers to Carmine Buono. He's played a ton on that Powell River defense. Buono to his own blue line. Turned away. Over the line, Messer. He's got a man with a Messer to the goal. A wrist shot blocked. Sprawling play there by Jack Long. Tritt was open in front, but the shot opportunity was blocked. Kimball behind his own net being checked by Messer. Puck taken out by Long. Scoops the puck near the blue line. A keep in by Alberni Valley. The puck is low for Carmine Buono. Buono turns away from trouble. Dumps in behind his net for Long. Back to Buono in the corner. Met by Tritt. Buono skating in behind the goal. Tritt nearly got him off the puck, but it's brought forward. Hoisted towards center and Kawamura. Astrodonato almost got to it. Now he wins the puck forward. Over the line, Doucette. He's got Tritt with him. Doucette from the left with a drive, deflected to the front of the net, and Kawamura takes it away. He's got Evans on the other side. A pass for Evans, trying to get a breakaway. Spun around, left circle. Evans in close, and he couldn't quite beat Hawthorne on the short side. Another jam attempt by Evans. Hawthorne down, covers the puck up. And at the side of the goal, a Powell River player, Johnny Evans, is down on his hands and knees, and everybody partners off here. Obstooth and Valette look like they want to scrap. So far, it's just a roughing match, but Obstooth will not be kept at bay here, even despite warnings from the linesman. Valette is right in the midst of this, too. It's a bunch of grappling and still concern for Evans, who's down on his hands and knees. You're watching the Valette and Obstooth situation, and those guys have now two linesmen to restrain them, but just off to the side of that, Johnny Evans, one of the top players for the Powell River Kings, down on his hands and knees as a frustrated Obstooth heads towards the penalty box.
Yeah, he's not happy with the way Valente took out Evans at the end of that play. You can see here, gets a stick in and then goons him there. Now, there might be a case of mistaken identity that looks more to me like number 4 in red. Mitchell Oliver was more at fault there on the Evans hit than Valente, but regardless.
They both went at him pretty good. Evans a marked man.
And really splitting hairs at that point. More to the point, that whole play ends because of a very chippy defensive effort by the Bulldogs. They can't keep Evans at bay on the left. He breaks in, gets spun around, keeps his feet moving, and keeps the play going. And at that point, it's all scramble for the Bulldogs, and that's how you get into situations like this.
This is horrible for Evans because he's already suffered a facial injury this year. He's got the full shield on, and you can see his frustration. And you can see him too, he's holding his jaw. And that has everybody holding their breath on the Powell River side. And it's not so much about tonight and the rest of this game, obviously, although they'll miss Evans dearly if he can't come back. But what could that mean with another situation with Evans for the postseason? He's such a key cog. He was the top returning scorer in the BCHL from last season. Injuries have hampered his production somewhat this year, but he's an elite offensive talent, and they can't afford to miss him for any length of time. And we already saw Van Uden leave the dressing room with a penalty in the first period, and now we're seeing Valent go into the dressing room too for the Bulldogs. They're playing it aggressively, no doubt, and now we'll get maybe a cleaner look. Was it more Valent or more Oliver on this check? It was Oliver from the back, Valent from the front. They really sandwiched him.
That's where you saw the facial injury there. It's that second hit from Valenti where he catches him when he's already down. Now, the hit to the numbers, as we said earlier, is already bad enough. It's the second hit as the guy is falling that Obsuth took great exception to and went after Valenti behind the net. That may explain why he was so intractable. He was not about to let a cheap shot to a falling teammate go uncontested.
Evans, a longtime veteran of the program, and when you see a teammate, a high-quality scoring teammate like that being in that position, you certainly take exception. And it looks like we're going to see 5-on-5 hockey out of it, though. Valent and Obsuth behind the net. That roughing exchange seemed to last forever. You got to look at John Hawthorne. He's been busy and he's been great so far through the first half of the game. He has been unbeatable as you get to see a sequence of saves here by Rolf.
Rolf has really grown by leaps and bounds. You wouldn't have been wrong to go, he looks like an affiliate goalie in the first period. But as we got to the end of the first, as we're into the second, he looks more confident. He's making big saves down low, keeping the pad out. Unfortunately, it's his teammates that are sometimes letting their emotions get to their heads. We're seeing a lot more of these shots from the back. Here's the tic-tac-toe goal here. This is the 2-0 goal from Oliver. Everybody, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bulldogs all get their sticks on that.
What a wonderful passing play.
This is a 5-on-5 goal, too. Very well worked.
You cannot draw it up any better than that whatsoever.
Down at the other end, speaking of power plays, they've been trying to find even just dirty shots, tip shots, something scrambly, anything to test Josh Hawthorne in the net for Alberni Valley. But nothing has been able to really, truly test him in this second period. There have been some close calls. There have been some tips, as we saw there, one whistling just past glove side. But unfortunately, Powell River, they just have not been able to find that one final crucial move, tip, pass, shot, whatever it is it needs to be. What I'd like to see, Dan, is a little more net presence. They've had their most success going low, going in from the half wall, trying to rush the net, getting a body in there. Maybe some more of that and less of these shots at the point. Maybe that'll get them on the scoreboard.
There's a stiff angled shot from Mastrodonato, kept out by Rolf, looking for his second of the game. The Kings transition, working the puck deep in the Alberni Valley zone. Farron puts it up the wall for Doucette. Doucette spinning around, goes across ice with a feed. Up the ice now, Farron drives the puck in deep behind Alex Rolf. Pinching in Doucette. Also up on the play is Tritt. Puck recovered by the Powell River Kings, but unable to clear is Stevens. Szymanski will now get the puck out towards center. Foot race for it, won by Farron, and he clears high inside the Powell River zone. A 2-0 lead for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs over the Powell River Kings. Second to last game of the season for both clubs. They will play against each other Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Kelly trying to work out of his own territory. Being turned back by Selleck, but now Szymanski. Right wing feed. Thomas over the line. Plays it to the middle. Castagna with a block, however. Castagna goes across ice. Patton drops back into his own zone. Long clearance out towards center. Rolling down beside Rolf. He comes out to play it. Selleck will steal. Dump down low to the corner. Castagna, left circle waiting. Wrist shot goes high and too high. Out of play it goes. It was tipped, and the faceoff will stay in front of goaltender Alex Rolf.
After all that rough stuff in the corner and the injury to Evans, it's really become a less cohesive game here, Dan. We're not seeing any of that crisp interplay between the two sides. You get the sense that both teams have really been a little bit rattled by that exchange. No one's really found their feet under them yet. 7 minutes to go in the period. You hope that they can lock it down before we get to the third.
Hora trying to clear out of his own zone. Koblenz and Finlater working the left side. A chance down low. Koblenz, but he couldn't beat Hawthorne. Puck is sent near the line. Raffler trying to hold it. Gets it down the wall. Deep into the corner, Koblenz. Finlater there too, joins the fray. Puck sitting on the wall. Comes out to the line for Raffler, loading, wrist shot, kept out by Hawthorne, but play is whistled down as Hawthorne made that save. And it looks as though Patton's going to be penalized here, and he's going to take a body with him. Finlater goes, coincidental calls.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rough stuff in the corner there beyond the pale for your traditional it's just hockey rough stuff, but it goes to show you that this is going to be a chippy game. If it is going to be a chippy game, that plays right into the Bulldogs' hands here, Dan. They're up 2-0. They're already the 4 seed going into the playoffs. Powell River's the 3rd, but they still had a chance coming into this game to go into 1st. And when you're the underdog, you do, as the Bulldogs are doing, do everything you can to muck the game up, slow it down, and just play this transition game, and they are playing it well right now.
Long-range shot from Oliver, glove down by goaltender Alex Rolfe. And that's the thing. The Bulldogs can play loose. They have nothing to gain or lose. It's all about fine-tuning towards the postseason. The Kings have so much to gain or lose, not just 1st or 2nd in the division, but 3rd in the Island Division means that you don't have home ice in the 1st round of the playoffs. Finishing 1st or 2nd gives you games 1 and 2, and of course, if need be, Game 7 in your own building. So there's so much to play for, and sometimes that can cause some nervous energy, and there's absolutely a looseness about this Bulldog team. They can just go out and they can have fun.
And you see that now the last 2 chances have just been shots from about the blue line or beyond, just flipped in on Rolfe. Just cheeky little, are you paying attention, kid kind of shots. And like you said, they can afford to do it. For them, this is a tune-up. Now, I'm sure the coaching staff for Alberni is thinking, you know, let's try and play some playoff hockey that looks a little more like goal-scoring hockey, maybe, possibly. But as long as the team is relaxed, as long as they're loose, and as long as they are still can do all that and be focused, they should be okay come playoff time.
Wano deep in his own end, being checked by Benner. Long for Szymanski. Clears out to center, Kawamura. A pass didn't quite make it to Berard. Opportunity to clear for Oliver. Hit the official though, and the puck is dumped back beside the goal by Benner. Koblenz and Berard trying to steal it. Ben Berard to Kawamura. Out to the blue line. Carmine Buono plays down to the left side. Kings have the cycle going now. Berard in back of the net. Coming out front. Ben Berard forced to the blue line. Berard, Szymanski. Szymanski to Berard. Loading up. Wrist shot into Hawthorne. He makes the save, and he gives up no rebound on the play.
Well done by Hawthorne. He is well and truly dialed in here. He has been tested more than Rolfe has. Shots 21-19 in favor of the Powell River Kings. Hawthorne has turned all of them aside, and he's looked more and more solid as it goes on. He's not giving up anything. There's been no big rebounds. He's been solid with his glove, good in the butterfly. Nothing being given away there. They're going to need to do something. I mentioned this earlier. They're going to have to be a little bit dirtier, a little more mucky, a little more in your face are the Kings if they want to try and get a goal.
Turnbull won the puck to his teammate Berard. Puck cleared over the stick of Long. Long going back into his own zone to Buono. Buono at center on the left. Dumps the puck in. Bulldogs back to it. Farron with a hard shoot around towards Simeone. Simeone trying to get the puck out with some help from Hora. Hora takes it to safety and behind his net. Deals off to Farron. A hard clearance up the boards in the vicinity of Orban. Now the puck out towards Simeone in a one-on-one against Stevens. Simeone pulls up. Nice pass in tight. Orban in close. Hit the frame of the net trying to beat the goaltender Rolfe. Nice passing play there as Poliziani throws a check in the corner. Simeone moving after his man Stevens. Hora guarding the line. Puck battle continues. Szymanski trying to clear. Orban holding it in. Szymanski behind his own net for Powell River. Szymanski shovels out towards center. Farron after the puck takes a stiff check there from Szymanski as the puck goes deep in behind the Bulldog net for Hawthorne to play for Spencer Hora. Powell River and Alberni both changing on the fly now. Down to 4:30 remaining in this period. 2-0 Bulldogs. One in the first, Mastrodonato. One in the second, Oliver. Up the ice, Rizzolo. Comes over the line, chasing the puck down towards the goal line. The defender all the way in deep. A chance for Abbott to take over possession with Mastrodonato trying to check him. Kelly goes back behind the net, uses that as a shield and comes up the middle. Pass out to center on the right side. Thomas down low towards Koblenz. Rizzolo stripped it, around for Doucette. Puck loose in the circle, fed to the middle. Abbott working hard, takes it on the right side. Swung a puck off to the side. Thomas going to it. Thomas wristing a puck into the right corner. Abbott onto it, trying to spin away. Played back now to Raffler, left point. Raffler looking, wristing a puck down deep. Abbott chasing it down. Abbott in the battle with Crit as the puck comes near the blue line. And here's a break for Mastrodonato. Speeding towards the goal. Mastrodonato, wrist shot. Rolfe made the save. No rebound for Doucette. A quick transition play by the leading scorer of the Bulldogs, looking for goal number 2.
And if there's one guy you don't want to streak in on your goalie, it is Mastrodonato. But here he goes, whip at the blue line, and he's in. Rolfe well out the top of his crease, a challenge. Close up, Mastrodonato looks skyward, knows, oh, I could have done better. But take nothing away from Rolfe, who did very well to come out and challenge. No waiting in the back of his net, no drifting left and right, dialed in, facing the shooter, made it almost look routine.
You saw there the Powell River King bench and head coach Brock Sawyer, no doubt wanting his team to be more engaged, work a little bit harder to get those scoring chances. They've had so much possession, but getting that final shot on the net has been difficult. Getting those one puck battles right at the lip of the crease for those rebound opportunities on Hawthorne, that's been difficult. A lot of care and control of the puck, but it hasn't led to the offense that you know that they are looking for on that Powell River side.
There's a brief stoppage here due to a technical issue with the glass, I believe. They're calling the goalies off the ice. They've got some of the ice crew in talking with the officials.
With only 3:21 remaining in this period, you do wonder if there's maybe going to be the intermission coming now. We've seen that before, depending on how long it takes to fix the problem. And I don't know, who does this favor? Does this favor, if there's a longer break here, the Bulldogs up 2-0, or the Powell River Kings down 2-0?
You can make a case both ways, I think, Dan.
I think you could.
If you're the Bulldogs, you've already lost 2 players for 2 bad penalties, and anytime you can get a short bench and longer rest, you take it. If you're the Kings, though, that means you get an extra long period to figure out, okay, what do we have to do to break through the Bulldog shell here? They've tried, like I said, being a little bit more patient up top. Well, that's given them a shot advantage in the game. It hasn't given them that definitive look. Where they've had the most success, we saw this with a shot that just rattled off the outside of the post, all but goes in, is when they get low, when they charge in from the corners, when they have somebody there creating a body and creating traffic with a body in front. That is what's giving the Kings the best shot to get back in this game. Anytime they get away from that.
Normally you talk about spade work being done by wingers. What we just saw was spade work being done by the officials. Did you get a chance to see the 2 Bulldog goals? There's Mastrodonato with an absolute snipe and another look at it from here. And then you'll see one of the best passing plays you're going to see all year.
5 players, tic-tac-toes, count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the return goes to Oliver, who started the whole thing off. Just desserts for him for starting off an absolutely clinical. You draw that up at training. You draw that up, say, okay, boys, here's what I want you to do. And then it happens flawlessly, and it is magical for the Bulldogs. Oliver's going to remember that one. Captain enjoying that goal. And it looks like we have fixed ice in the corner, Dan.
The officials don't just call the game. Let's give them some credit. Kyle Rayner, Zach Sletto, Brett Martin, and Jordan Wood, the 4 officials, doing the ice cleanup work, getting the spade out, packing some ice down in the corner, just off the right side of John Hawthorne's net. And sometimes that can lead to a long delay in an intermission. But very good work by the officials to do that quickly and get us back with 3:21 remaining in the second period here.
Never let it be said the officials don't put in an honest day's work.
Such a thankless job, and they are hard-working individuals, the referees and linesmen of the BCHL. Puck battle won forward by the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, but Buono able to clear out towards center ice. Once again, another puck battle right by the Alberni Valley bench, and the Kings have it once more. Carmine Buono deep in his own territory. Buono slips it ahead for Kimball. Kimball working out of his own end, gets to center. Puck stolen away though. Castagna at his own blue line. Drops back, Farron goes across ice to Hora. Hard feed, Bradley Ong. Can't negotiate the King blue line. In goes Turnbull. Turnbull cutting it off the left side, getting it tight. Turnbull couldn't make the jam play work. Puck to the wall for Hora. Clearing out towards center ice. Jackson Doucette on to it. To Sammy Farron. Bombs the puck in. All the way around it goes. Cleared by Kimball, hoping to spring a teammate, but instead this looks like an icing call to come. Icing is the call against the Powell River Kings.
Yeah, they saw the full line change there. All 5 Bulldogs charging up the ice to start the change. It was the right call to try and go back around the boards, try and spring a little transition, a little taste of your own medicine if you're the Kings going up against the Bulldogs, just not able to get the weight right, and it ends up being an icing call.
Orban ready for a face-off against Kimball. A couple of players in their first year with this island rivalry between the Kings and the Bulldogs. Rolling puck down onto Hawthorne. Sets it up for Oliver. Oliver beside the goal. Moves the puck up the wing. Kelly ahead for Turnbull. Lost to Orban. Orban lost his stick though, trying to negotiate the line. Simeone throws a stiff check on the boards against Kelly. Stevens onto the puck for the Kings. Gets it forward. Szymanski. Over the Bulldog line, cruising in. Wrist shot didn't get through, then Hawthorne had to stick it away as he snapped it with his goal stick towards the boards. Orban trying to whack the puck out. It's down low and behind the net for Rizzolo. Up the boards, Simeone. Simeone getting some help from Orban. Orban at center on the left. Deposits the puck deep inside the Powell River end. Polisiani is after Kelly. They battle down low with the puck in skates.
No sticks, no sticks!
Down to 1:10 remaining in period number 2 at 2-0 Alberni Valley. Puck bounds high into the air. Loose near the blue line, Szymanski. Clears it at center, Hora. Shoots the puck inside the attacking end. Up comes Stevens over the red line. Over the blue line, Stevens, wrist shot. Hawthorne directs that high and out of play. And a confident goaltender becomes a tough one to beat. John Hawthorne has been a confident man so far in everything. Shots from the outside, Gomos scrambles. He's made a couple of those side-to-side movements. He's dialed in.
And the best chance you saw was not that chance we just saw, another shot from distance, dealt with easily. It was the last break they had coming in from the left, forcing a tough save, jam play at the front. Just couldn't get it to go, but that's again another example. That is where the Kings need to do their work if they want to get a goal.
Aaron couldn't clear. Koblenz, right side boards, being wrapped up by Benner. Puck continues in skates. Free to the line. Now a keep in by Long. Shot deflects way high, hits the end zone netting. And the clock down to 34 seconds remaining in the second period. And a 2-goal lead. That's a significant advantage going into the third period for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. They want to keep that here with some pressure and an offensive zone for the Kings coming in the final 34 seconds here. A 1-goal lead, anything can happen. A 2-goal lead, you really put some pressure on the road side.
I'm sure the Kings will be very happy to walk out of here with a 2-1 scoreline at second intermission, but they need to get down low. I'm telling you, Dan, that's where this is going to come from.
Here's Benner. Plays it back out across the line, and that means that Oliver has to dump back in. Another rush for Powell River. Buono will try to lead his way. Put it across ice for Turnbull. Turnbull shoots inside the Alberni Valley zone. Rizzolo back to it. Wrapped up behind the net. Rizzolo gets some help now from Benner. Benner had it turned over in front. There's a wrist shot just missing down low on Hawthorne. Mitchell Williams had a great chance as the period comes to an end. And that was not the way the Bulldogs wanted to end that period. A close opportunity by Mitchell Williams.
They do get out of it, though. They escape the period with a 2-0 lead. Goals from Mastrodonato and Oliver have put them in the driver's seat with 40 minutes in the books. 20 to go, and the home side are looking for what will be their third win of the 8 games between these Island Rivals. We've got more coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. This is Island Rivals BCHL Hockey on Shaw TV.
What's this? Dream mode. Takes pictures of what your subject is thinking. Warning, pictures are a personal violation and may lead to extreme misunderstandings. That is worth the risk. Sweet, it works. I gotta find someone else to test this out on.
Oh, Matt, you don't stand a chance, ever.
Speak of the competition. Hello, Matt. I was just picturing you.
How did I look? Heroic or gentlemanly?
Let's just say good enough to hit on.
Yeah, I'm trying out a new camera setting. Care to be my model?
Oh, sure. Give me 10 minutes to get ready.
No problem. I'll see you at Bowen Park.
Okay, I'll see you there. Hi, Matt.
What the? Holly? What are you thinking about right now?
Oh, just about how well we connect on the show.
Ouch.
Not a good picture?
Not my favorite. Holly, you feeling a little competitive today?
No more than usual. Why, do you want something a little bit more intense?
No. This has been fun.
Here. Smile. Weird.
Uh-huh. I want some ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. It's soothing ice cream. Happy ice cream. Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay. Hey, Matt.
Yeah?
How come in that picture you're on the ground curled up and crying? Just a question. Just wondering.
Former 1980s pop star Derek Schmaltz is back. He's best known for his epic 10-minute love ballads and such radio hits as Girl, I Think You're Radical and I'm Quite a Guy, just like Magnum P.I. Today, his appeal is much more selective as he performs his songs his way without a shred of dignity. Derek Schmaltz, pop icon.
I started writing songs again and I wanted to bring back in my backup singers from the 1980s, but they're quite elderly now, really. And so one's playing bingo and one threw her back out. So I found some beautiful ladies instead, but they turned me down initially. Then I offered them a lot of money. This is called wake surfing. Wake surfing across the waves.
Across the waves.
I'm trying to stay on my feet.
On my feet.
But I'm falling. It's too bumpy.
Too bumpy.
I like to wake surf, wake surf, wake surf, wake surf, yeah. I like to wake surf, wake surf, wake surf, wake surf, yeah. Babes watching from the beach.
Hey, Derek.
They're wearing their bikinis.
Bikinis.
Hey, ladies, look at me.
Look at me.
I like to look good when I'm hanging 10. I like to look good, I'm a surfing man. Wakeboarding across the waves.
Across the waves.
There's a boat in front of me.
In front of me.
Now I'm doing a 360.
A 360.
I like to wakeboard, 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 yeah. I like to wakeboard, 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 yeah.
Derek Schmaltz, pop icon.
Welcome back to Island Rivals BCHL Hockey on Shaw TV. My name is Rituro. After 40 minutes, it's Alberni Valley 2, Powell River no score. Joining me now to talk more about it is assistant coach for the Powell River Kings, Kyle Bodie. Kyle, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
So 40 minutes in the books, not the scoreline you were hoping for. Give me your assessment. What's going right, what's going wrong out there?
I mean, kind of a little bit of a dull start, and give credits due. Alberni came out of the gate and wanted to put on a good show, and they're playing well. And for us, it's a matter of doing the little things right and hopefully getting some more on net.
So when you see a team like Alberni playing this transition style, this sort of soak up pressure and attack back, what's going through your mind tactically? Where are you trying to make that breakthrough to beat that kind of transition style?
You just got to advance the puck. You got to get pucks deep. If you don't get pucks deep, you play right into their style, right what they want. So they're doing a good job of clogging up the neutral zone, and we just got to find a way to get it deep and go to work.
Dan and I were talking up in the booth about the importance of either, if you're not going to get the shot in from the point, really charging in from low from in the side. Who are you looking for to really be that body in front of the net to really create some havoc?
I mean, we have a number of guys who can get that done for us. You always hope that your big guns are your big guns every night, but it's not always going to be that. So we're confident in our entire forward group, so we'll see what happens.
Let's talk about that group. You've been through, this is the final homestand of the season for Alberni, final 2 games of the regular season. You're sitting in the 3rd seed. You could go as high as 1st overall if everything plays out. How happy are you with this season?
I mean, it's been some ups and downs, but overall, when it comes down to the last weekend, if you were to be told at the beginning of the year that your fate was in your own hands, I think any team would take that. So we control what we control, and yeah, we do need some help from out of town, but first and foremost, we got to control our end and take care of business.
So we talk about those ups and downs. One down that happened earlier in the season, head coaching change is always rough on the team. How did your team respond to that?
We've been really proud of the guys. Obviously, we went down to Wenatchee right off the bat and dropped one there, but had a good effort. And then we had a really good homestand, and now we're trying to end the season off on a positive note before we get into the playoffs.
Hopefully you do. Down 2, you need at least 2 to go to overtime. Good luck, Kyle.
Thank you very much.
Kyle Bodie, assistant coach with the Powell River Kings. This team is down 2-0. Second intermission. There's more coming up. Don't go anywhere. This is BCHL Island Rivals Hockey on Shaw TV.
From out of the purifying mist, she reappears. Back for the love of the sport and the thrill of the game.
The locker room she once dominated has stood empty too long. She now rejuvenates it with her passionate presence and her fearsome, fiery personality, looking to burn her way through a multitude of athletic challenges. Look out, Vancouver Island! The Warrior Princess is here, and it's game on! She approaches each sport with skill and athletic prowess, proving that the power of determination mingles closely with victory. And victory is exactly what her fans want to see! But to be victorious, she needs a competitor, a co-host to share in the spotlight and the glory of the game. Not that he could win, but who could he be? You've got to have poise and presence on camera. She's looking for a competitor who's just a bit more extreme. Just as a coyote lets out a short, energized howl, calling out for a challenger, the host of the rejuvenated locker room calls out to the wild. Hello! Are you there? Can you wield one of these? One of these? One of these? How about one of these? Are you game enough to take this on?
Good, you found my lucky racket. I play with this, it's like I just can't lose.
The Warrior Princess is curiously amused by the confidence in the unwitting, yet potential co-host.
Warrior Princess, really? Oh, watch out, incoming!
Impressed that the sudden candidate has, at the very least, some sporting capabilities. She wonders if his casual nature can be cranked up for the intensity of the game!
Yeah, you're talking a little funny today, so I'm gonna go, but we should play sometime. And I'll go easy on you.
Wait, go easy on me? No, I'll go. The Warrior Princess will go easy on you. Easy on me. I'll show him easy on me.
Cruising down the island highway, I got nowhere to be. Is it 1? Is it 9? Is it 2:45? Understand I'm in no hurry, it's just not how I am. Gonna get my yoga on at the Colliery Dam. You see, I eat real slowly at a leisurely pace. Get my hair styled nice so that it's not in my face. But what I really want to tell you is don't make me hurry up. Gonna sit and watch the waves while I sip from my cup. Got all day to work on my rhymes. Be prepared, it can rain or snow anytime. Doesn't stress me out to be standing in line. Chilling by the beach and I'm sure feeling fine. I got Mondays for snowmen, I got Tuesdays for runs, and all the rest of the days I eat cinnamon buns. Yes, the island is amazing and I wish you were here, and you're never more than 2 minutes away from a deer. So please join me in relaxing while he tattoos my arm. And where else in the world is there a unicorn farm? You know, I'm never in a rush, as you can see from this graphic, and I don't even get mad when I get stuck in traffic.
Wait a minute. There's no traffic on the island.
Traffic? What's traffic?
Oh my goodness, look at that, it's a mime. Gotta walk a lot of steps going one at a time. Oh no, I forgot my next line. Don't just stand there, throw me a lime.
Welcome back to BCHL Island Rivals Hockey on Shaw TV. My name is Rituro, alongside the main man, Dan Marshall. Dan, 2 periods in the books. It's 2-0 for the Bulldogs over the Kings. It has been the back and forth in that one person has been pushed back, and then they keep springing forth. It's been a very interesting back and forth. How do the Kings get through this shell to get through the Bulldogs, try and tie this game up?
Net front presence. You talked about it with assistant coach Bodie in the intermission. That's what it's going to take. John Hawthorne, we talked about it. He's dialed into this hockey game right now. Net front presence. They like to get those shots from the blue line. Those shots have been missing. The tips haven't been there. More traffic. Some scrambles maybe might be a good way to go. But how about this? 2 teams separated by almost 30 points in the standings. And this season's series is 20 minutes away from being 3 wins for the Bulldogs, 4 wins for the Powell River Kings with 1 game to go. It's amazing how close these 2 rivals really are, despite what you see as a gulf in terms of the points.
Both teams getting ready for the playoffs. The Bulldogs are in no matter what as the 4 seed. By the end of this weekend, the Powell River Kings could be 3rd or 2nd or 1st. It all depends on how this shakes out. Everything is up for grabs. I do want to point out one tiny little bit of news. I did ask Coach Bodie off camera if he could give us an update on Evans. You will not be surprised to know, Dan, the answer was no. I will not give you an answer on Evans. So all the best to him. Hope everything is okay. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second period. First, though, we'll have a look at the scoring summary. It was Mitchell Oliver's 12th of the season on one of the prettiest goals you will see. Tic-tac-toe with Selleck and Poliziani picking up the other assists on the power play. Here is a little bit of a sampling of what we saw in the second period. There's some of that net front presence we were talking about. We need to see more of that, Dan, and hopefully, if you're the Powell River Kings, you can get more of that big body presence from defenders like maybe Buono moves on down, or if they can get some help from Long. But they need more like that. Meanwhile, Rolf has been slowly but surely, I say slowly, he has grown into this game. I don't think we can say growing anymore. He has grown into the game. Although he will take away, hopefully, some experience from this beauty. There's the tick, there's the tack, there's the toe. Thank you very much. And Oliver has his power play goal. Big goal for the captain.
You'll not see a nicer goal than that at any time in the BCHL. And what that shows you is chemistry. You don't score that goal in September, but as chemistry moves forward towards the month of February, you can find it. And there's the play you just talked about with Evans going down.
Evans hopefully all right. They would love to have him back for the playoffs. Just before the period was out, though, it was round 3 or 4, I've lost count, between Keaton Mastrodonato and Alex Rolf. And Rolf does so well here. I talked about having fully grown into this game. Look where he is, edge of his crease, challenging the shooter, not giving anything up. That's where you want to be. You're an affiliate goalie. If you're the coach, you've got to be happy with how this kid is growing.
How about the confidence showed by the staff, by Brock Sawyer, in having Alex Rawl play a massive game? You talked about it could be first, second, or third in the standings. Mateo Paylor-Chow was the backup. He played yesterday. He had his chance. Could not beat the Cowichan Valley Capitals. Mr. Rolf, here you go. Midget goaltender from the BC MML, and he's in a pressure cooker of a hockey game today and doing extremely well with it.
I mean, you would not be surprised to see him coming back for the 2018-2019 season. Hopefully more performances like that will make his case even more solid. On the other side of the ice, the Bulldogs have just been holding pat, waiting for their chances and taking them, and it's really just that simple.
It really is that simple, and that's the way they're going to play in the postseason as well. Maybe soaking up some pressure, but transitioning. They have tremendous team speed. The team is built that way, and you see that as they transition up the ice. Master Donato has really been, pardon the pun, but the master at that in this hockey game today. Doucette, Selleck, more guys that can really push their way up the ice with a lot of force and with a lot of pace. Interesting, we should talk about, too, the losses of Van Uden in this hockey game as well, as he left with a penalty call, and then after that, losing Valent in the second period, too. The Bulldogs have to try and down a couple of bodies, fill those holes in.
Fatigue starts to become a factor there, especially as you're looking at a 2-game homestand. You're heading towards the playoffs. There are going to be tired bodies on that Bulldogs team. Maybe that's the avenue in. Just wear out your opponent, rope-a-dope them if you're the Kings. Maybe you can sneak one on a bad turnover, bad giveaway. There is an opening here if you're the Kings.
There's no doubt there's an open. There's 20 minutes left in this hockey game. Interesting to note, the Powell River Kings are the best defensive team in the Island Division. 2 goals against in this one. That's been somewhat a theme for them, that 2 goals or less. The Bulldogs are the second lowest scoring team, but they've got the 2 goals that they need at least through 40 minutes.
Stats are just numbers, isn't that right?
They're just numbers until you get to the end. You add them all up, and then they maybe start to mean something. But after 40 minutes, stats are just that, just some numbers. It's the final 20 minutes that really sets everything up here.
The only stat that matters at this exact point in time is 2 goals for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, none for the Powell River Kings. Third period about to start, and with the call, the main man, Dan Marshall.
And off the opening draw, Williams an early chance deep in the Bulldog end. Mitchell Williams cutting around the goal to the line. Broken stick there is right at the blue line. Kelly had his stick shatter on him. Puck in behind Hawthorne. Coming around for Stevens. Chopping down to the corner for Kimball. Hora takes the puck away, but Kimball on the steal. Down low pressure from Powell River to open up this third period. Kimball to the line. Stevens a shot deflecting just wide of Hawthorne. Wano jumps down off the line to Mitchell Williams. Trying to work his way behind the net. Hora staying with it. Williams escaping. Coming out front, but Polisiani takes the puck away. Shovels it off a stanchion so it stays in. And the Kings get a reprieve. Hora battling Koblenz. Big collision between those two. Hora, that big body defender. Oliver gets the puck out to center for Polisiani, and he scoops inside the Powell River zone. Back to it goes Carmine Buono. So many minutes on the back end for Buono in this hockey game. Hoists the puck high and deep beside Hawthorne. Thomas working against Rizzolo. Puck was caught up on the net for a quick second. Now it's taken out by Darren Rizzolo. Spinning in the corner. Behind the net to Farron, and now for Jackson Doucette. Doucette for Tritt. Left side over the Powell River line. Got the puck towards the goal. Rolfe plays it to the side. Doucette for the steal. Plays it across in front. That's batted away, and out comes Thomas. Thomas inside the Alberni Valley zone. Big knockdown there. Thomas caught Rizzolo, and that's going to be a penalty call against Thomas, and Alberni Valley goes to a man advantage. Rizzolo laboring a bit, but I think he's going to be okay.
There's some call from the referees in the stands that should be more than just 2 minutes. It looked like he was catching the hit as he was falling. We'll see here on the replay just how tough it is. The signal, I believe, was for cross-checking.
Cross-checking was the signal.
There it is.
And there it was.
Not quite in the numbers, just on the side, but still, that's right into the boards. Yeah, we've seen 2 players already tossed for that manner of hit, not that exact hit per chance, but that is still a no-no. I don't care what league you're in, and a deserved 2 minutes there.
Bulldogs on the power play. But it's the Kings who might get a shorthanded break. Carter Turnbull in alone. He shoots. Hawthorne, a big save on Carter Turnbull. What a shorthanded chance. And now they score. Turnbull, as the puck was centered from the corner. He had 2 glorious shorthanded chances. He buries the second one. It's 2-1 Alberni Valley.
And look at that. Not even 2 minutes into the third period. There's the break the Kings were looking for. The little ray of sunshine that they needed to focus on, and they got it. Short-handed, no less. What a morale booster that's going to be. And the first save was so good from Hawthorne, but the problem is nobody thought to check for a follow-up. You got to stay on for the whole play. And a nice little move from Kimball to keep his head about him and get the puck back in front. Great heads-up play, and just a little bit of sleep at the switch there. Hawthorne does go down quick, but not quick enough.
Carter Turnbull with a beautiful goal, and do give Kimball lots of credit for making the play from the corner. And you mentioned it, Bulldogs asleep at the switch, but now they might get a break as Poliziani's in with Benner, pass to Benner, in close, and he couldn't finish with a shot. And he goes headlong to the end wall. Nathan Kelly, a long pass out to center. Berard kicks it free for Koblenz over the line. Koblenz to Kelly to Koblenz, and a great glove save by John Hawthorne. Which team has the power play?
I was about to say, Tim, that's the 2-on-1 shorthanded rush for the Kings. Hawthorne has to come up massive with the big glove save to stop this from being a tie game on the same power play. The same kill for the Kings. They get two glorious chances. They just don't quite bury this one. That is a big time save from Hawthorne. That close to a tie game. Big man with the big glove.
You can see the energy level rising on the Powell River side. Oceans of time left in regulation. Still a lot of time left on this power play too. 1 minute to go in the man advantage for the Bulldogs, but they have given up the shorthanded goal to Carter Turnbull. Simeone passing it off, Master Donato to Rizzolo at the line. Closing, Rizzolo, wrist shot stopped, rebound was there. Long steals it away. Here's Carter Turnbull coming over the line. He's got Kimball with him. Turnbull cutting to the right. Diving stopped by Rizzolo. Loose puck brought ahead by Master Donato. In a one-on-one, he comes over the line. Master Donato tried to make a move. He got the puck by long, but he himself couldn't get by. Simeone stealing behind the net. Jackson Doucette, Orban's out front. Doucette looking back at Oliver at the blue line. That's where the puck goes. Oliver, wrist shot, wide of the net. Orban is to it. Orban centers, chance at the side. Simeone's on to it. Simeone for Oliver. Oliver goes across ice. Farron winds, took a shot, and that misses on the glove side. Once again, it's Oliver, just inside the line, cutting right, wrists it down low, loose puck on the side for Simeone, and he couldn't put it home. Simeone on the half wall, excellent shift of pressure for the Bulldogs, a bouncing puck. Doucette, back to Farron at the line, looking, wrist shot, scored! Sammy Farron, and it's 3-1.
That is how you respond when you are knocked down. The power play had already expired, so it won't be a power play goal, but they still get it back regardless. Consistent pressure by the Bulldogs, not letting up. And a bit of an unforced error here from Rolf, who just can't squeeze the trapper, and it dribbles out and through. Might have been a little bit of a screen, and it taps a tip, but regardless of whether or not there was a stick on it or not, that is one that maybe Orban gets, but regardless, Rolf wants back.
Bulldogs 3, Kings 1. 4 minutes into the third period. Spencer Hora draws an assist on the goal. So it's defenseman to defenseman. There's a chance on the right side from Paul Selleck to make it 4-1. As the Bulldogs have snatched away momentum from the Powell River Kings. And what a shift of pressure before the goal. I don't think that Rolf saw that shot cleanly. You can see we had an excellent angle on the replay. The goaltender looked like he was searching for the puck, and now a penalty call coming here. But just to finish the thought, the goaltender looked like he was searching for the puck. And even though it hit his glove, I think it was a positional glove save and not anything that he saw.
I wouldn't doubt that, Dan. You can see there was plenty of traffic in front. Late charge there by Orban, as I mentioned, to make sure that Rolf was screened. Meanwhile, back in the current moment, it'll be another power play here, this time for the Kings. An interference call. Take a look at it here.
Heading off the ice.
Just be on the left side of your screen. Watch for this, and there you go.
Official in good position to make the call. The Kings were good on their last special team situation. That was a shorthanded goal by Carter Turnbull at 150. And now, can they be good on the man advantage here? Needing to get back to within one goal again. The lead is 2, thanks to that goal from long distance by Sammy Farron. Off the draw, puck cleared, but kept in by Berard. Now down low, Szymanski. Beaten to the puck by Oliver, but a penalty call will come for a hook. Szymanski's furious, but he hooked up the defender, and the power play lasts 10 seconds.
And he's been tossed. That's 10. You can't talk back to the referee. Don't care how angry you are. He will signal hands on hips, 10 minutes. Get out of here.
Whoa. Berard's going to get a 10-minute misconduct, but I think he's also going to be tossed from the game. It wasn't Szymanski that they were giving the extra 10 to. It was going to be Berard, and now Berard is out of the game. The leading scorer on this team, the fourth leading scorer in the league, is out of the contest for arguing the call against Oliver on Szymanski.
I mean, that was a pretty clear. The stick was in Oliver's hands there. I can't fault the call being made. Maybe a bit soft, but you put the stick in somebody's hands, you will get called for it.
Brock Sawyer looking composed at the Powell River bench, but you can bet he's not feeling composed right now. A penalty call against Szymanski, and Ben Berard sent to the dressing room for arguing the call. 67 points out of the lineup. On top of that, a guy that in his last 3 games has 4 goals. He had back-to-back 2-goal games, although he was shut out yesterday. But Ben Berard is the offensive catalyst for this Powell River team, and he's gone. There's a shot towards Rolfe, directed to the side. Taken by Kimball. 3-1, Alberni Valley in front. 4-on-4 hockey, loads of room here for Long. Comes over the line, deep into the corner. Felled by Oliver, play continues. Rizzolo trying to pin his man on the end wall. Long, the defenseman, in deep.
Long's
So
got to be
is
careful
Carter
here. He
Turnbull.
was already beaking off to the ref as well. Careful, Long, you might get tossed as well.
Lots of emotion, and here's a lead pass. Breakaway chance, Mastrodonato, stopped by Rolfe. Those two have had a great battle going all game long, and that time Rolfe, a save he had to make. Back over the line, Kimball towards Hawthorne. Hawthorne clears the puck to the wall. Stevens trying to hold it in. Stevens couldn't do so against Poliziani. Now it's Kelly. Kelly turning at center. Up ahead, Carter Turnbull. Right side over the Bulldog line. Turnbull driving in. Carter Turnbull cutting around the goal, coming out front. Passing to Stevens off the right point. Stevens, wrist shot doesn't get through. Koblenz beside the net. And now Turnbull. Carter Turnbull spinning left circle. Wrist shot, and that ramps high into the corner. Good pressure by the Kings down low. Koblenz tries to escape Farron. Twisting and turning. Koblenz, backhand pass to the line. Stevens loads up, shot, glove stopped by Hawthorne, no rebound, and Finlater going right to the net.
A little bit of a late arrival though for Finlater. He needs to be there a lot sooner. Hawthorne, clear look at that shot. We'll take a look here though at the big hit here in the corner. That was where Long had wiped out. You can see him immediately get up and just start barking. Did he not just see the 10-minute misconducts that were thrown out by the referee? Meanwhile, what a stretch pass. Oh my goodness. The Bulldogs have not shied away from the stretch pass this game, and it has been money for them more often than not. Rolfe winning round 5, I believe, of his duel with Mastrodonato.
Big save. Certainly a 3-goal lead at this stage would seem perhaps insurmountable. The lead is 2. The Bulldogs come in, a wrist shot stopped by Rolfe. Made the pad save, and the Kings come the other way. A brief power play is now over for Alberni Valley. There's a shot from Stevens, stiff angle, held on to by Hawthorne, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The shots are 28, now 29-25 for the Powell River Kings, but the home side, the Bulldogs, have the 3-1 lead. First game of a 2-game set that wraps up tomorrow, and looking more and more, if this score holds, like it will not be a first-round playoff preview.
Which I'm sure is a shame for everybody here, because this has been a fantastic tilt. These two teams are going at it tooth and nail, and it makes for a great spectacle. Though if this does hold, I believe it would be Nanaimo and Alberni Valley in the first round.
What would happen would be if Victoria were to get a point tomorrow, they would finish first, and then Nanaimo second if the Kings cannot take this game to at least overtime. So it would all come down to tomorrow's game between Victoria and Surrey for first place. Surrey gets the 2 points in regulation, then it would be Nanaimo in first. Victoria gets a point or 2, it would be Victoria in first. But there's so much time left here. 12:52 remaining. Puck is cleared around the wall. Williams lays it down low. Kawamura to Obsuth, left corner. Obsuth tries to shake a check. Benner's on him, pushing him around. Obsuth's tried to get away, unable to do so as the puck is floated out to center. Carmine Buono's back to it. The player we have not seen in this period, and no surprise, is Johnny Evans. Left in a lot of discomfort in the second period, and that was what led to the Valentin Obsuth melee after the fact. But I mentioned this, that there was a facial injury this year to Evans already. He was wearing the full visor, the full bubble. If he can't come back, it's a huge loss for this Powell River team. Such a dynamic player.
They've already lost Berard for at least 10 minutes, if not the game. We're having talked back to the referee with some venom. 67 points gone, like you said. They're losing Evans as well. 51 more points from this roster gone. The offensive options are whittling away, and that's not what the Kings want to see.
Not at this stage. Down by a pair. A puck tipped by Simeone deep in the Powell River zone. He goes after Pouliot. Simeone's trying to steal. Puck comes up near the line. Valent backing out as Orban dumps down low. Feliciani joins the fray. Kings can't clear. Simeone left wing side. Getting some help as a centering pass. Valenti just about scored. Still 3-1. Powell River trailing by 2, but dodging a big bullet just there. Pouliot, long pass out towards center. Brought ahead by Turnbull. Over the Bulldog line. Turnbull drags it, centers it. Kimball, rebound, scores! Kimball's first shot was stopped, but the rebound was put in low behind Hawthorne, and the Kings are back within a goal.
What have we been saying, Dan? Get to the net, do something up close, and for the second play in a row is a scoring play up close. This time it's a rebound off of his own shot, and Kimball, it's that connection again, Kimball and Turnbull. This might be the phrase that pays if you're the Kings. Let these two drive the bus. There's the first shot, there's the second, up close. And where was the Bulldog defense on this? They've kind of all been watching the puck, not looking for where that second effort might come in for on the rebound. Look at that.
It's exactly what you talked about, though. Kimball following up, going right to the net. He had the initial chance. Hawthorne a great save, but Kimball followed up and put the rebound in. And that's been the combo, Turnbull and Kimball. A 1-goal game now, and it's been those two leading Powell River back from 2-goal deficits twice. Tight 1-goal contest and oceans of time remaining here in the third. Stevens over the Bulldog line, wrist shot. Hawthorne gets the glove out to make the save. 10:59 remaining in regulation. A 1-goal game, and momentum has been like a yo-yo in this period.
You can't rely on anything at this point. Expect the unexpected as both teams ramp up the pressure here. For the Bulldogs, they might be their own worst enemy. They've been playing this transitional, counter-attacking, bend-don't-break style. They might have reached the end of that style's effectiveness as the Kings ramp up the intensity. We're seeing more break than bend. The Bulldogs might need to shift strategies here, Dan.
Koblenz deep in the Bulldog corner, checked by Selleck. Bouncing puck into the middle. Obsuth's trying to find it. It's cleared out towards center. Castagna getting it deep inside the Powell River end. Jack Long flushed out by Ong. The clearance picked off by Selleck. A chance here. Castagna walking in right circle, trying to center for Selleck. He's tangled up. And the Kings start back. A pass out of the reach of Koblenz, taken back by Sammy Farron. Deals off the glass for Ong, coming over the line. Ong on the right wing, wrists it down deep. Castagna trying to catch up, but the puck is golfed to the side by Long. Now out at center, Mitchell Williams to Obsuth. Right side over the line, Obsuth is moving in, cutting to the goal in. Close up by Hawthorne, rebound is there. Taken by Williams, dumps back to the point. Delayed call is coming here against Alberni Valley. Kimball's back into his own end. Kimball and Turnbull back out together again. A goal and an assist for each of them in this period. Turnbull's down the left side, run out by Oliver. Thomas onto the puck, puts it to the goal, sticked away by Hawthorne. And now the penalty will come with 9:49 remaining in this hockey game in regulation time, and the Kings get another big chance.
It hasn't been a big game for special teams here, Dan, but anytime you get a chance with an odd man advantage, you take it. And we've already seen, I'd say, ample evidence to support the theory that they need to get this puck down low. If you're going to get it to the point, do so only as a means to shift your attackers to find the way to attack from down low. The prime example of this would be the tic-tac-toe goal that we saw from the Bulldogs. They started up top, used that solely as their ingress point to get a play started from the near corner. if the Kings want to tie this game up, they need to do something similar, maybe not exactly that play, but something that involves attacking from out of the corners.
There's Buono, a drive blocked.
There's too many bodies to do that.
Puck was hammered down, rolling towards Rolf. Stevens is on to it. Charging out of his own zone. Stevens overtaken by Orban, but Mitchell Williams takes it down the left side. Williams loses to Simeone. Turnbull got the puck back at the point to Stevens for Buono. One-time shot, scored, tipped in front. Szymanski has tied this game at 3-3 with a power play goal.
Put a body in front of the net and see what happens, and what you have is a tie game. A big blast from the point, but even more importantly, the big man in front gets a stick on it, fools Hawthorne. We'll see it on the replay here. This is what you need to do if you're the Kings. Put bodies in front of the net. That's a clinical tip.
Great work at the blue line. Stevens going across to Buono, and he rips it quickly, knowing that that tip option is there. Perfect deflection, power play goal, and it's been a special teams period for the Kings, a shorthanded goal, and now a power play goal. And they have erased a 2-0 and a 3-1 deficit. 3-3 with 9:11 remaining in the third period, and they're starting to ramp up the shot volume too. 33-25 right now in favor of the road team.
Here comes that intensity that we were saying that Powell River needed to bring to get back in this game, and they have brought the intensity and then some. You saw it on the rush that saw them the 3-2 goal. You saw it on the hitting a body to the front of the net quickly to tie it up. But there's the first. This is the one from down low, falling asleep at the switch. Shorthanded goal. Thank you very much. So see here again, an even lower angle. A theme here that I want to point out here as well, Dan, is there's been a little too much puck watching here by the Bulldogs for my liking. Rolf's going to want that one back. Couldn't quite see it like you said. Positionally, he was all right. Just could not see enough of that puck. And you'll see it here. Count the bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in his line of sight. Might help explain why he couldn't get a good trapper on that. Second effort here from the Kings gets them to that 3-2 goal. And once again, it's all about getting a body down low, putting some effort in, and really trying to make something happen from below the goal line. And there's the big tip. Puts us on even footing, 3-3. I mean, this is what you have a big guy in front of the net for. That is the exact point you want the big guy in there for on any set play, and they use it to perfection.
9:07 now remaining in the third period, 3-3 hockey game. Powell River outscoring Alberni Valley 3-1 in this critical third period, doing it without one of their stars, Johnny Evans, and also no Ben Berard, as he was banished from the game as well for arguing an earlier call on Szymanski. But it's been the likes of Turnbull stepping up, of Kimball stepping up, and what a goal by Szymanski. Now here, Tritt has a break and a glove save is made off of Tritt's by Alex Rolf. But down a couple of key bodies, and isn't it amazing how that creates different heroes sometimes?
Everyone gets a chance to show what they're made of, and especially as you get closer to playoff hockey, who's going to be that big hero? Who's going to be the player to have that breakout moment and really take the game by the scruff of the neck? You're seeing it right now. Kimball and Turnbull are the gruesome twosome right now for the Kings. Can they do it again? Could they get a 4-3 win here? Wouldn't that be something?
Lots of time left, twists and turns. Could still be coming, no doubt, a centering pass. Pouliot at the line, fanned on it. Dumps down low for Koblenz in behind the net. Turnbull advancing one for Obstooth. Stolen by the Bulldogs. Master Donato coming to center. Guns the puck in. It goes around in behind Rolf. Raffler to it for Powell River. For Kevin Obstooth. Charging through center. Over the Alberni Valley line. Deep into the left corner. Puts it in behind the net. Puck comes around the wall. Valent moving on to it. Big collision between he and Kimball. And out comes Benner now. Benner with Ong over the line. Benner driving towards the goal. Got the puck to the net. Rolf tried to cover it, and he does, down on his hands and knees. Down to 8:09 remaining, 3-3. If the Powell River Kings get at least 1 point, tomorrow puts them in a position to grab first place in this division still. If they get the 2 points, we will see 3 teams in the Island Division with 70 points at the end of this night. And 2 games remaining within the division tomorrow here. Bulldogs and Kings. Victoria taking on Surrey. Both are 2 o'clock games. And then all of a sudden, the last day of the regular season becomes much like soccer. It becomes decision day. Here's a chance in the slot. No, Benner with a drive. Didn't get a rebound chance. The puck's off to the side. Kings take the puck over. It's cleared outside the line. Farron
Loops it back in. Stevens side of his net for Powell River. Flushed out by Ong. Stevens leading the rush. Works his way to center. Over the Alberni line. Passing to Finlater. Stiff angle shot stop. Rebound is there and Ong takes it. Bradley Ong for Alberni Valley. Out to center. Dumps the puck in. Bulldogs are going to change on the fly as the puck's in behind the Kings net. Kelly looks back at Stevens as he spins in the corner. Andy Stevens. A pass for Kawamura out of his reach. Might end up being a break though for Thomas. Thomas in a battle at the Alberni Valley line. Brings the puck towards the front. Thomas stripped of it as Orban came back defensively. Orban clears ahead for Simeone. Left side over the Powell River line. Simeone moving in. Down low, Poliziani to join. He's wrapped up. Orban joins the fray as well. Bodies all after the puck, scrumming in the corner. It comes out near the blue line. Patton has to back up. Patton being checked by Kawamura. Puck taken by Simeone now. Simeone towards his own net for Hora. Back to Christian Simeone. Stick handling and passing to Hora. The Bulldogs try to move forward. A move around Thomas by Hora. Over the red line. Shovels the puck in deep. Moving down for it, Hora below the goal line. Being checked down deep. Oliver backs out as the Kings come to center. Kawamura fanned on it. Hora slips the puck inside the Powell River zone. To it behind his net is Long. Long makes a pass off. Carmine Buono waits behind his net. Now he is going to move on to it himself. Leading the rush to center. Backhands the puck inside Alberni Valley territory. Cleared back outside the line. Valence knew that Mitchell Williams was there, but couldn't touch him because he would have been offside. Valent through center, coming over the line, driving down the left side. Valent deep into the corner, being wrapped up. Kings get the puck away. Raffler for Obsuth, coming to center on the left side. Over the Bulldog line, shot, stick save Hawthorne. Rebound goes towards the blue line, chipped ahead, Mastrodonato trying to get another break. Mastrodonato shooting stop, rebound goes loose. Once again, Alex Rolfe and Keaton Mastrodonato going toe-to-toe. So far, 1 goal in that exchange for Mastrodonato, but it's been 5 or 6 chances now.
I believe that's number 6. He was looking high glove side, that high blocker side, excuse me. He's trying different angles, maybe something down low next time, but either way, what a great duel this has been.
We had a great pace in the first period. The second was much more stop and start, but the pace is back now in the third, with the game tied at 3-3. A high clearance towards center. Castagna deep into Powell River territory, being wrapped up by Stevens. Some help down low by Ong. Kimball takes possession. Kimball with a pass ahead. Hunter Finlater pushes the puck over the Bulldog line. Farrett tried to transition it. Castagna, can he catch up before icing? No, he cannot. The Bulldogs came very close to springing the affiliate, but icing is the call instead.
With the exception of the Mastrodonato chance there, Dan, it's been a little bit of a shell shock here for the Bulldogs. You can see they're trying to go high blocker side, but not high enough over the shoulder. This has been the sole bright spot in the last, I want to say, 7 minutes for the Bulldogs. After that last goal, they look absolutely shell shocked. They have not been quick enough on the transitions to overcome what is now a press by the Kings, and they have really got to find their stride if they want to get through this, at least get into overtime, if not get out of the game with more than 0 points.
Carter Turnbull's stick just shattered on him, trying a one-timer from the slot. And what we saw earlier, I think, was the case of Alberni playing a loose hockey game. Nothing to win or lose. Now what we're seeing is the team that does have something to play for, playing desperate hockey.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, spontaneous combustion of hockey sticks is still a thing. Watch yourself, everybody. They are dangerous.
That would have been a rocket from Carter Turnbull. He put everything into that, but a little bit too much for the stick.
Less hockey stick and more pocky stick in that case.
In that case, exactly, an icing call on an optimistic long-range pass. Down to 4:26 remaining in regulation time. Yes, the Kings would love to have the 2 points, but 1 will put them in a position to win first place tomorrow. And right now, they don't want to lose that point. You can get the second one in overtime, but you don't want to come away with nothing, especially after being down 2-0 and 3-1. A save made by Hawthorne. Kings after the rebound. Puck to the line. A keep in and Turnbull's down low. Carter Turnbull trying to get away from Valent. Puck battle continues. Orban sweeps it up to Kimball. Kimball on the half wall right side. Now at the line, Long holds the puck in. Orban's gonna lug it the other way for Alberni Valley. Makes a move, gets by Kimball. Nice pass on the right. Poliziani, Simeone in close. D King, loose puck cleared, not out. Hora, Risha scores! Hora, 4-3. The Bulldogs are back in front.
Wow. The Bulldogs have not shied away from making spectacular goals this game, Dan. And that one, we can put that one right up there with the tic-tac-toe goal. They did not let up. First of all, let's just watch this highlight as he breaks through the center, bounces off his check and keeps going. And from there, first of all, I believe this is just straight cleared off the goal line by the Power defender, but the follow-up is a rocket from the point right under the bar. Watch this release. There you go. And it's 4-3 Bulldogs.
Second point of the period by Spencer Hora. He set up the goal by Farron, and he scores this one. Here's another Bulldog break. Mastrodonato with a shot, stopped by Rolf. Simeone looked like he might actually stick handle the puck right into the net without even getting a shot.
You can't fault the effort, and you cannot fault the Bulldogs for finding a way back in. Rolf does so well to track that initial shot. Gets a little bit of help from his defense, but by that point, he is down and out. Tries to push himself back into the center of this crease, tries to get angle, but he needs to get back on his feet, needs to get his butterfly set a lot faster. You could see right in that replay, the struggle to try and get positioning first cost him those precious seconds to get in, to try and stop that blast.
Face-off coming to the left side of Alex Rolf. 4-3 Bulldogs. Farron jumps the puck wide of the net. It bounces beside the goal. Digging for the puck. Down deep is Tritt. Kings are on to it. A dump in by Raffler. Finlater chasing. There's a shot towards the front from Raffler. Bouncing puck. Collected by Rizzolo. 3 Bulldogs out to center. Mastrodonato down the right side, dropping to Rizzolo. Working down the boards. Mitchell Williams takes the puck away. Williams in behind his net. Charging ahead for the Kings. Just over 3 minutes to play in the third. 4-3 Bulldogs. In walks Williams. Deep into the corner, a centering pass goes to the boards. That was a dangerous looking play from the side by Mitchell Williams. Out the blue line, a keep in by Buono, a shot wide of Hawthorne. Long golfing for the puck, knocked over, and it's taken by Mitchell Oliver. Oliver loops the puck towards the Powell River line. Buono back to it. Buono spinning. The Bulldogs have lost 7 consecutive hockey games, looking to snap a long drought. Leading here with 2.5 to play in the third period. The Kings had won 6 in a row before losing last night to the Cowichan Valley Capitals. Selleck at center, help from Ong. Ong dumps the puck in. Selleck up on the forecheck against Kelly. Buono takes possession. Buono deep in his own territory. Up for Obsu. Being checked by Simeone. And a dump in by Mitchell Oliver. Selleck after the puck, can't take it. Obsu up ahead for Carter Turnbull. The dangerous number 9 Turnbull. In on the left side, Turnbull tried to drive the goal. Follows the puck in behind. Taken away by Poliziani. Tries to move the puck up the wall. Comes free in front. Back to the line now for Raffler with a keep in. Left side, Buono. Buono goes cross ice. Obsuth wrists it down low. No deflection came. Puck to the boards for Szymanski. Chops it down deep. Turnbull making moves. Carter Turnbull knocked over. Puck taken by Obsuth. Obsuth left wing corner. He and Turnbull collided together as the puck comes around to Raffler. Excellent shift of pressure here by the Powell River Kings. A stick goes flying into the Bulldog bench, and Valent muscles the puck towards center. An empty goal. Here's a chance for Poliziani. He scores!
You wouldn't know they were 4th in the Island Division, Dan, because they are up 5-3 now on a very good Powell River Kings team. The Alberni Valley Bulldogs may have just iced this one into the empty net. I mean, they had to go for it, did the Kings. They knew they needed that point to try and sew up the first seed. But in doing so, opened themselves up. Not the easiest empty netter, too. They had to shoot that from the blue line because he had defenders charging in on him.
6 goals have been exchanged in this third period, 3 each way. The one thing that's never happened is the Kings have never led in this game. They got it back to 3-3.
Spencer Hora at 16:07 made it 4-3. Polisiani at 18:38 with Rolf on the bench for a 6th attacker. And that has made this game a 5-3 Bulldog advantage. Stevens coming in with a shot, stopped by Hawthorne. Jackson Doucette trying to clear. Bouncing puck brought to the middle by Thomas. Thomas hangs on, wrist shot deflected high and wide. 42 seconds left in the third. Once again, the Powell River net is empty. Thomas up top in the zone, spins the puck down low, deflects, and they score! Carter Turnbull, wonderful tip in close. There's 33 seconds left, and it's 5-4, the 7th goal of period 3.
I hope you weren't planning on going anywhere because we're not done yet. A little bit of a bloopy there, off speed from the point, just sort of slides in through everybody. And who is he at the side of the net but Carter Turnbull? Just a nice little chip, easy as you like, but that fooled everybody. Just it looked like a fan from the point almost. And there it is, just very gently slid through, and Turnbull says, thank you very much.
I don't know if Thomas saw Turnbull or not, but it ends up being just a gorgeous pass as he spun it towards the net. Carter Turnbull's having an unbelievable third period, 2 goals and an assist. So the Kings give up a goal with the goalie out, and then they score one with the goalie out. Bulldogs 5, Kings 4, and a timeout is being called now. And no surprise here, we might see both teams use their timeouts in the final 34 seconds of this hockey game. And that's why you never give up when you play to the final whistle. It looked as though Thomas was just trying to sweep that puck on net in desperation. Yep. It ends up being a perfect play for Carter Turnbull.
Absolutely. He just wants to keep this in the zone. He knows he needs that pressure on times when, and there it is, just get it somewhere deep. Goes through everybody. Look at this. Look, freeze this if you can here, guys, in the truck. Just freeze it right here. Where are all these red jerseys? Nobody is covering the center of the ice. It's an empty lane for just a random shot to be thrown through on net. If you're Alberni, you've got to be wondering, how on earth did we leave the slot that open with the game on the line here? They still have a 1-goal lead. They could still get out of it in the next 34.9 seconds, but they have to do a much better job at clogging up shooting lanes.
The Kings are going to go 6-on-5 right off the face-off. Empty net for the Bulldogs. Kings get the draw. 30 seconds remain. Hawthorne behind his net. Shoots it around the boards himself. Puck is sent to the line. Past Bonham. The Kings vacate the zone. Puck behind Hawthorne. Orban going to it. Golfs it to the blue line. A keep in by the Kings. Kimball trying to get it down low. A steal by Simeone. Clears the puck. There's 12 seconds remaining. Guano back in his own end. Moves it forward. A bouncer towards Turnbull and Kimball. Taken by Rizzolo and sent towards center ice. Empty goal for Polisiani as the time ticks down. The goal will not count. 5-4 will be the final, but the Bulldogs win it. Their 7-game losing streak is over, and the chance for the Powell River Kings to finish in first place is over. They cannot catch Nanaimo. They cannot catch Victoria. They will be third. The Kings will start on the road. The Bulldogs will start on the road. If the Victoria Grizzlies get a point in their final game, they win the Island Division. If they don't, Nanaimo wins the Island Division. So the Kings and the Alberni Valley Bulldogs play tomorrow, but still have no idea who they face in the first round of the playoffs.
Don't you just love the end of the season, Dan? But wow, what a way to finish off Island Rivals on Shaw TV. A thriller right to the final second as Alberni salutes the crowd at center ice. And they are given a standing ovation by the faithful here at the Alberni Valley Multiplex, and deservedly won. Wow.
One thing we do know is these two teams cannot now play each other in the first round, still potentially in upsets in the second round, but the first round possibility is over, and you just never know in the BCHL. I just referenced it, a 7-game losing streak for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs broken here today, and now 2 straight losses at the worst possible time for the Kings as we look back at the goals.
This is every goal from tonight, and drink them in, folks, because these are some good ones. First off, you know his name, Keaton Mastrodonato gets a nice roof over Rolf, and Rolf would correct that stance throughout this game, just not enough, as here is the tic-tac-toe, just sheer beauty. Oh my goodness. Oliver will never score a more pretty goal in his young or perhaps old career. We all hope for the best for him. But if you thought 2 was good, just wait. It gets better. Because here is why you never give up down low, Dan. Little ball, just like that. Sweep it to the front of the net. You never know what happens. And we saw this play twice from different angles. Get it to the front of the net, make something happen in front of Hawthorne, and you will get on the score sheet. 2-1 at that point. Here's the 3-1 goal. Traffic all over the place in front of Rolf. Has himself there positionally, but can't get the trapper on it. 3-1. And you might be forgiven for thinking, well, this is over. No, it's not.
Not even close.
1 whack, 2 whacks. That's how you need to get past. Get down low, get in front of Hawthorne, and make something happen. And that's exactly what Turnbull does with help from Kimball. And then he returns the favor. And now in front of the net is Szymanski, who just waits for this rocket of a shot, gets perfect lumber on it. And that is how we ended up in a tie game, 3-3 on the power play. And suddenly, we needed a hero. Enter Hora. Hora with the 4-3 goal. Rolf perhaps guilty of not getting to his feet faster there. Tried to get positioning first and to his feet afterwards. And then the empty netter. The empty netter actually ended up turning out to be the game winner. Policiati puts it in the empty net, but then just this little Hail Mary, throw it in front of the net and see what happens. It ended up turning into a goal for Turnbull, as no one expected that puck to go up the center of the ice, least of all the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. Dan,
what an ending.
Absolutely. If you were to give out we heard the 3 stars just out there. Is there anybody you want to give a special shout out to? Who was your player of the match there?
Well, I really, despite giving up 4 goals, I thought John Hawthorne was great for the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. Loved, on the other side, Carmen Buono just played a ton of minutes.
Absolutely.
The architect of that 3-3 goal that you thought might be the momentum changer for the Powell River Kings. It didn't end up being that way. But what a tremendous advertisement for what junior hockey is all about.
Sure.
You had to stay past the empty netter right to the final buzzer of this hockey game, a 5-4 thriller on the second night of the year.
Now, if you thought that kind of sport was great, we've got more sports for you on Shaw TV next weekend. March 3rd, it's going to be the Pac West Provincial Basketball Championships. March 1st to 3rd, but we got the finals here. The bronze, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. for the women and men on March 3rd. The gold medal matches 6 and 8 for the women and men, respectively, streaming live on Shaw TV South Island on YouTube. Keep it locked here on Shaw TV for more junior sports. That's all for us here. For the main man, Dan Marshall, and myself, Rituro, you've been watching BCHL Island Rivals Hockey on Shaw TV. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.